Yeah, just flexing. I spent all of my life savings buying RP. And what else are we doing? We open a new page. Let's log out here.
Are struggling to break the formula. You want to put champions away. Open up Crowny and Nemesis. Okay, you want to try and limit Nemesis.
And I would fix the webcams.
He has so many champs at his disposal, and I genuinely think that Anivia performance yesterday, one of the best Anivia performances I've ever seen. Like, he was the most aggressive pro play Anivia I've ever seen. Like, he is playing out of his mind. I think was it you or was it Jack yesterday saying top 3 mid in the LEC right now? I think that conversation needs to be happening about that man in the mid lane. Like, you can't afford, like, the excuses can only go so far for LR. At a certain point, you just got to be...
Oh, what the hell? Thank you, Panties. You have a calm vibe. Yes, that's my thing. I think, yeah.
What?
He's chilling, but actually the whole lineup is chilling, and something that was really cool and memorable. We all love moms, and we all love telling how moms when things are going well and casual.
Chats once and then subscribes. I appreciate the chatters, the lurkers, the all of the options.
What do you mean you didn't listen to me? Like, you were actually cosplaying so much you were listening to me. You were actually not listening the whole time.
5 hours.
Isn't that crazy?
I didn't listen. I had YouTube shorts running on the side. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, love you, mom. I love you.
Bad, man. But you know what? I guess it worked out.
See if the stream is live again.
What I'm saying is I came into this, I was very behind of everybody. Everybody was smurfing.
Yeah, will do. Yo, much love.
Everybody's still... I got solo killed.
There. Upload thumbnail.
But yeah, I'm working really hard to catch up to everybody. And I think I'm almost there now.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree.
Cheers, mom.
Banger. And yeah, LR sitting in a 3-way tie actually for 6th place. Above them there's a 4-way tie for 2nd, and KC at the top in 1st, coming into the last 3 days of the regular season. KC and Koi at the top once again, but I don't know, everything has been insane this week.
This just means stakes.
Yeah.
Everything is extremely
And then I have to open the YouTube chat.
Every single every single game does matter. And I mean, like, for any long-time LEC fans, you'll know this. We've talked about these.
Okay, we have set up
every game does in fact count
the
in this
stream.
situation. And for a lot of these teams, their schedules are going to determine a lot.
Exactly, and for me, it's super cool to see, you know, the middle of the pack, because you have GX, Movistar, Navi, and Team Vitality. They all got to this 2nd position with different circumstances. You know, Vitality pulling crazy upsets, Navi being consistent and good from the beginning. And as we point out as well, you have Los Ratones with the Legacy Orcs, Fnatic, and G2 struggling for maybe one of the last playoff spot. So it's crazy.
Let's post that we are streaming.
We'll see who's able to navigate their way through it, because for a lot of these teams at first you'd sit there and say, oh, some teams have easier schedules than others, but
300 LP today.
Consistency that we're seeing in our best of 1 format,
LEC now.
Anything can happen on the day, and at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is showing up and playing the best damn game you can.
And that's the thing, it's really hard to expect anything, honestly, from the teams we have so far, because I saw Vitality enter the week and I was like, they've played only easy teams so far, it's gonna get spicy for them, but then they decide to wake up, LR decides to wake up. It feels like everything is up for grabs, honestly. You look at the top teams.
Kaldus isn't even your favorite Swede. It's okay if Bovs is who I'm competing with. I can be your 2nd favorite.
Who has been the most surprising team for you guys so far? We've talked about Navi.
LR has been the most surprising. They beat Koi and G2.
The last 2 champions, pretty much. So it's...
And I was talking to Cajol yesterday, and we were like, okay, they have Navi coming in today. Surely that's the easiest matchup for them. We'll see about that later today, if they can overcome them. But so far, 2-0 starts in the LEC.
So humble, yeah, right.
Is Fnatic, and Genie is standing by with top laner and Pyros ahead of the game.
Yeah, Pyros, you're going up against KC Blue after KC yesterday, which was a little bit of an oopsie. How does it feel to be in the top lane island all by yourself?
Okay, I just gotta
To be honest,
download
yesterday
some
was a
things.
noopsie,
Oh,
as you said, but today
I did not
will
want to do it on this one.
take,
Sorry.
revenge.
All right, we'll see about that. Thank you so much. We're going to be heading
Ah.
over to an interview as well that I did, or doing.
I'm
right now
downloading
with
like
Hazel, 'cause
my Korean lessons.
Thank you so much. Welcome everyone to the backstage interview here with Hazel.
Book.
Matchup. So let's start there. First of all, welcome. Lovely to have you here in the LEC. You have a pretty important game coming up. Although you know you guys are towards the bottom of that leaderboard. Happens. There's still a chance for contention. How are you feeling about the game today and the 2 games that you have after as well?
I mean, the last games we played, we put up a pretty good fight, I would say. Against G2, it was kind of one fight that made the game hard. I think we can beat Fnatic. I don't think they're very... I don't want to sound too egotistical, but I don't think they're a hard enemy considering how they've played this week. So
Who's this?
it's kind of all on us.
Is it
I think enemies are all doable.
Late carry?
I think that's a very great way of looking at it, especially because you're bringing up as well how it went against G2. So I want to talk about your experience in general here on the LEC, because you know you guys did beat Los Ratones, the only team at this point, you know,
it's
that
his up.
beat, but
Okay.
Also they beat G2. So
yeah, makes sense. He's got a bit of ego, you know.
From your perspective individually, how has it been for you?
He's young.
I mean, it's took quite a time to get used to coming from Div 2. The scrims we were playing back then, like 1 year ago, me and Tao were not that great, but now we have some.
I know it's not like he's very
giving us a challenge. But I feel like
no, Nico. You should brush his hair.
Like a couple of times.
Think it's a choice. Think it's a style.
It's a bit unfortunate how inconsistent we've been this split, because I do feel like
at least he has hair.
To make playoffs, which is still like a 0.014% chance or something like this I saw on Twitter. I feel like if we make it, we can still show some really nice things.
I think in general, like, you should be very proud of yourselves. Of, you know, you mentioned it and touched upon it yourself. Yes, you came all the way here from Div 2, and now you're in the.
I was praising his quality of hair.
Against, you know, players that have gone to internationals for
Blue
many
Fnatic
times.
first game.
Speaking of these opponents that you know have maybe made your life a little bit difficult, or maybe some opponents that you think were too easy, do you wanna try to give us some spice there?
I'm kind of limited because I do really love trash talking people. But I feel being so low on the leaderboard, I guess it's kind of hard.
It is co-streaming time.
I do have a lot of ego, and I do show it, especially in that last interview.
Well, I mean, he's self-aware.
I do have to say.
Take a shower. Yeah, go now. Like, then you'll make it for a game, I think.
But some have disappointed me really hard. As in, I really looked up to them for a long time.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm not that far off anymore. I feel like if I come back in LEC next year, I think I will be able to keep up a lot more.
All right, I mean, you know, they say never meet your idols, right? So there you go. But it's also really good from your perspective that you have this ability to compare yourself and be like, yeah, I still have things to catch up on, but I can do that. So for me, then that brings a question.
Okay, since the game hasn't started yet, I'll go to the bathroom.
What do you see yourself?
And
I mean, I don't know if there's much to say left on this LEC split, because we have.
Hopefully, I'm back before draft starts.
Next week, right? There's
okay.
3 games left in the split.
Don't go anywhere.
I think when we come back to ERL, they're not ready for what's coming.
Oh, because you guys have, I'm assuming, learned a lot here on the LEC.
Oh, obviously, yeah. I mean, mini leak, but a lot of LEC teams didn't want to scrim us for the longest time. I can understand why. Not just because we are an ERL team, but a lot of teams are scared that we and KC communicate between each other, which is not really true, but it will be after we go out of LEC. So they're not really ready for what's coming. I think we will do a lot in ERL, at least.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and also looking forward towards your match today against Fnatic. Thank you so much for your time here, and we're going to head back over to you guys.
Thank you very much, Ginny and Hazel. Obviously, a bit of a somber tone there in the interview, although it was optimistic, talking about the growth from Hazel looking ahead towards the ERLs. But he's still playing in LEC.
Yeah.
And he's playing against Fnatic. And while the odds might still be stacked against them, Fnatic are not without their own problems. They really struggled against KC not B, KC Red.
As much as I want to join your narrative here, he sounded pretty defeatist. He was like,
once we come back to ERLs, that's when we're gonna be really good again.
Well, he's stuck here with us for another week. We're gonna get a little bit more of Hazel, a little bit more of KCB. Of course, the pressure is on for KCB. They have to win all of their remaining games to stay in the playoffs race. It's a tall task.
Yeah.
Feels a little bit impossible, but again, you never know. If there's one thing that I have accepted in this split where I said that
LR wouldn't win.
LR wouldn't win a game and the enemy team would need to get a cut.
Yeah.
That whole thing that I said. It's that I probably don't have the strongest grasp on what exactly is happening in our league at the moment. So screw it. KCB could win. I don't know. You never know.
I mean, you made this on Chaos, right? That was last year for Spring.
That was last year. It much more apt for this year.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say.
I mean, in a league where LR went 0-4 and then now won 4 games in a row, I feel like KCB could do the same. It's definitely possible. The thing is, though, they have a tough time up against Fnatic now. I think Fnatic is not the peak consistent team, so they do have a lot of windows for attack. I think Empiros has had some off games here and there. I think Upset, while he's been the most consistent member, he hasn't had that star power that I've seen him with Mickey. They haven't had that lane domination that they had before, so I can definitely see that.
Crazy timing.
Should be able to weather that storm, and with the Orianna locked in for Vladdy as well, we'll see if Vladdy can kind of have a little more revenge, because he's also been
Yeah, Talias are both out,
I mean,
so
really
this makes sense.
Major level up. Fnatic radically changing the top side of the map, swing the Fnatic fans last year.
Oh, is this the first Galio? Oh, no, Caps played it.
This year, Emperor so far not really delivering in a bigger way. Of course, you want to give him time, right? When Oscar joined the roster, it took him time as well before he could find his footing. See if it's the same story here. But this is a really important matchup to win for Fnatic as well, because they are kind of in the middle of this path.
They better gank mid a lot. KC Blue.
We expect them to be there, but you start dropping games to KCB, well,
that's rough.
Then it's rough.
Yeah.
If they're trading
Especially like before,
Orianna for
when we came
Galio.
into the split, in my head 4 wins was kind of like the cusp of securing playoffs, and then 5 wins was the cusp. But now, like, since everybody's beating everybody, we're really not sure how many wins you're actually gonna need. So every win counts that much more. And I'm really curious here, KCB, they decided to instantly lock this Pantheon Galio up against the Orianna. They could choose to send it top now because they locked in the Rumble, but probably it's going to be into this Orianna. And I really like this adaptation from KCB, because I think you're putting a lot of pressure on Yukino by having him have this beefy front line in front of him and just allowing him to have more playmaking. And I think that's just playing to KCB's strength. Yukino looked like their best member. He plays so aggressive. He really pushes the limits. A little bit like 113, although I know he's not very popular.
Yes, after a successful performance. Maybe it's an answer against
And Reledge said it was a very good comparison. That's
against their plan. Because they clearly prepped Galio Pantheon against Orianna first pick. I kind of prefer Fnatic comp, because I'm Orianna biased on this lane. But if KC just ganks mid a lot, then Orianna can't pressure.
Alright, you need to stop. You take a break, reset your brain a little bit. We're heading into second ban phase. Unsurprisingly,
It's gonna depend a lot on the next few picks.
Are probably going to need some sort of scaling hypercarry, something Fnatic are well aware of. And since they've already gotten a Yunara for themselves, they've taken away the Aphelios. See if they ban another as on the J4 and the Aatrox.
I hope they don't pick Corki. I don't like Corki here. Oh, Corki's banned.
Going at Razor. KCB clearly very
If they go Saya, they will have no range.
Yeah, they really want to just set up Yukino.
Caitlyn! It's a perfect Caitlyn game. They have to go Caitlyn. Please go Caitlyn.
What ADC that they want to go for? Lucian? I'm not sure about the Lucian. We'll see what support they decide to pair it up with. Kaisa,
okay,
like quite a bit
that's
more.
that's fine as well.
That really want to go in.
Upset won't play won't play Draven anyway. Oh wait, Yunara's picked. I'm stupid.
And that's why Fnatic feel comfortable locking in this Alistar, and they go for the Poppy jungle as well, which was
oh, Poppy is S tier now.
But hasn't been played too much in the jungle recently, but with all the dashes that KCB have built up here, I think Razor just thought it was too good of a Poppy game to miss out.
Yeah, and
I think if KC had picked Caitlyn, then this answer from Fnatic would be so much weaker. But because they picked Kaisa, now they actually have no range. They have to go in. They have no other choice. No Fnatic comp counters them pretty well, in my opinion.
crazy team fighting ults and a Poppy that's really trying to shut down.
I would say, like, if both
KCB,
teams here
we can all see what they're trying to
are
do.
It's very go in.
were the same level, or if both teams are really insane good, Fnatic team comp is better. But if the game quality is low, then I think his blue comp is better. Okay, I'll do an ad now, so there won't be any ad in game. I will not make it super long. I think it's best to do off the draft because it counts from when you do the ads. You can't play Nocturne here. Roach team for Fnatic. I mean, they want to play front to back and peel back, so Nocturne makes no sense for them.
So easy to see a world where if KCB can find that lead, they can really
KCB better scrimmaging on where
hoping to replicate some of that success against Fnatic. Maybe with
both 3v3, mid 2v2, top 2v2.
In the mid game. Yep. But it all starts in the
when their mid fights, or they have to fight mids. It's like their entire comp identity is fight mids.
Him and Lospa are a lethal duo. We're gonna have to see what they can get done with the power of this Yunara to get in the game.
I mean, for me, what I'm really looking for when it comes to this Fnatic lineup is seeing how Vladdy continues to develop. Because as I said earlier, he's been a pretty big disappointment for me, but I just know that he has so much more left in the tank. We saw him last year. He was such an exciting prospect.
I hate the Scalio skin because it looks just like Aatrox.
When he feels comfortable, when he feels great, he can be such a star player for this roster, and then also just Upset and Lospa unlocking each other. I think Empiros, it's very clear for me what role he plays in this team. He's just kind of left to an island, and nothing really happens. Like, yeah, Razork will come help him if he needs it, or something happens around top lane, but it's very clear that it's around mid lane and bot lane that Fnatic want to play. So how does Upset and Lospa develop as a duo? Can they reach the same heights that Upset and Mickey did? I've been really liking more and more what I've been seeing from Lospa. I wasn't too impressed at first, but I think as Nautilus, his Alistar,
it's the new mecha skin.
Games, and we'll see how he can do up against this KCB.
It's even using the red chroma, so it's even worse.
KCB, while Fnatic are trying to develop, KCB just trying to survive. Thus far, level 1 trades, a little bit bloody. But again, I said it once before, maybe I'll run this one a couple of times here. This is the do or die for KCB point. We have hit the threshold where if they drop a game, they are completely and totally out. So it's not enough to just do well against Fnatic to find that miracle win. You have to keep finding those miracle wins.
Well, they're getting some great trades to start this game off in the bot lane at least, so that definitely could aid them a lot in their playoff dreams, especially now forcing Lospa to base so early means that Upset's going to lose a lot of minions here. He's just completely zoned off, having to wait for Alistar to return to lane. And we talked about it, right? We talked about how Upset and Lospa, they haven't found the same level of success that Upset found with Mickey.
Let's get comfortable.
Falling behind in this early game, especially when Razork is pathing down.
Both already lost, really sort of.
Now a little bit more pressure on Razork.
Yeah, but it's not the end of the world.
We'll see how soon he actually wants to get active on the map. We've also got the pathing down from Yukino. Camilla trading well with Vladdy in the mid lane.
I hope KC wins.
A bit more damage than he'd like on the way out.
That Galio skin is so weird.
What? You don't like it?
It's just, it doesn't look like a League skin. It looks like a...
Yeah, it looks like a Gundam. It's like Evangelion in my League of Legends.
Really, it really is.
This is a crossover.
Also, Prime is just killing Razork in his own jungle. This is a bot gap and a half if I've ever seen one. I think Razork is just...
Is he just gonna 1v1 Poppy?
Nautilus just 1v1 him in his own jungle. He has the base.
Wow.
We were looking too much at Hazel after that interview. We were looking too much after Yukino in the champ select, but it seems like in the game, Prime is the man out here doing work.
I mean, now Yukino gets this bot craft.
That's a tilter.
Buff as well.
And Razork can't really walk in. I mean, if he walks into his own jungle, he's going to be in trouble. Hazel has to be a bit safe here, though.
Yeah. So they do have vision of the ward. They can clear that out in the tri-bush to make sure that now there's no wards for the side of Fnatic. You can see they have a
so far so good for KC Blue.
And no ward on Upset. So they should be a little bit wary of the Pantheon, although they know that Yukino really wants to base because he completed his full clear and took some camps. Which is one thing that Upset and Lost need to consider here. Trades.
But Pole, going down. Upset despite the level discrepancy. Bit of extra damage there is KCB, I think, hoping just for a chance now to recall. You highlighted Yukino, though, right? That the camp lead looking good right now, able to grab the blue buff as well. Sooner you get that Sundered Sky, sooner you can really just solo carry a lot of those skirmishes.
Prime here wants to
He's a lose a wave now.
But Lospa sniffs him out.
So they're just even from the wave upset loss before. That being said, he still has a CS lead, so...
I respect it, yeah, it's good. Get the drawing in. Practice. Calm down, dude. It's an elimination game, please, sir.
Well, who knows? It might not be
yeah, it could be the start of a miracle run.
Yeah. So then maybe KC will have a happy face after this.
So far they do.
Yeah.
Look, Ba has a small lead. It's not anything too crazy, but I think level 6 is where KCB really are 100% in the
What is there even to think about? Drake is spawning, they should get it. Guess they should get it. They're strong mids, Jungle and bot.
There's a lot of annoying globals. At the same time, though, I think
Hope Faker picks Scully for his world skin. I hope a different team wins worlds.
How much fighting power that provides should allow them some leniency in the 2v2, but it is true. That's one of the big reasons why we see such a high priority on
I can't with another SK
the fact that he can play both
skin,
sides.
SKT T1,
Really
T1 skin line.
Anybody to really contest match when Pantheon has that ultimate up.
Yeah, but again, it is Yukino to be really this playmaker at early stages, now linking up with his bottom lane, and on the opposite side, really looking at Upset to be that big scaling carry.
Just for 1 year, they can win again afterwards.
Bro, it's so, I don't know, I love it.
Early predictions on worlds. Teams are gonna look pretty different in 8 months. Hard to say.
Yeah, man. I mean, Lollipoppy, fine.
Imagine I get to go to worlds. I hope G2 send me. I don't want to go to US, but I kinda want to go anyway.
Too much like a mech. This is where
I just feel like
gotta draw the line.
I just feel like the model looks too detailed. It's like they can do that. You know what I mean? Like the model doesn't look like a league model. Also KCB picking up the dragon there. Yep. Good start for them. One of the things I was looking at a lot, I was reviewing Lost Returns today.
Okay, alright.
And they are really good at getting early
Genji.
and I do think
I would love Genji skins.
and in general in the LEC,
Because their mascot with the bear is so cute. I even have keycaps from them.
They don't really have a Drake win con, so you can slow the game down much more. And if
Yeah, Worlds is in Texas. We can do another butter fan meetup. Should be another butter. Who else is from US here? Oh! Okay, wow.
And I mean, Hazel's kind of underselling himself. He's like,
yeah, but Benikage has not been so active lately. Maybe he's not interested in pro play.
Okay, I'm gonna give all the credit to Prime. He's hitting every single hook and setting up Hazel for success here. Hazel is just right-clicking. I love to give some ADCs credit, but that was all Prime. So
I thought all ADCs did was right-click. Is that not something we're proud of?
No. We do a lot more than that. We dodge skill shots, we hit some skill shots.
You farm.
Yeah. Well, that's right-clicking, but
yeah, there you go.
It's at the right timing, so.
Okay, all right, fair enough, fair enough. Well, regardless, it hasn't amounted to a significantly larger gold lead. But
yeah, but most of all, I want to go to MSI because it's in Korea. Then I get to go to Korea again.
Set themselves up for the second. That said, it's 30 seconds to Herald. Neither side really has a massive push advantage. Camilo.
So yeah, I gotta work hard. So G2 will send me and be happy. And say, wow, you're doing so good. We have to send you to Korea again. That's my secret plan. Don't tell anyone.
I mean, it's like, it doesn't look like a Lee skin because it looks too good. Like, it looks too detailed. The model is too cool. And like, it's too many limbs on the model. I can't get over it.
I'm sorry. Is there some... Did I miss something? Are you like friends with the skin team now? Are you just trying to get brownie points? But it does look really cool.
Telling everyone I know. Yeah, I only told my closest friends.
Whatever the heck.
Chats.
It just looks too detailed. Like you're telling me the Orianna.
Guess they're getting both objectives. It seems like.
Yeah, whoever made the Galio robot.
Which is understandable.
No shade to.
I guess if that starts contesting objectives when Orianna has Torch and Yunara has Kraken.
Sometimes you get really angry when people get things wrong, and I swear it's not personal.
I don't think Sinch made Orianna.
No, but who's the never mind. We'll get into it later.
Oh. Yeah.
good news.
Thank you, Asklan, for the
They were the ones who
prime.
eventually got the
For
boycott
not
back on track
for the
here.
tier 1.
So trying to do something on the bottom side of the map. For now that
Now you
somebody
can
is
watch
getting
an
the red buff.
ad-free,
Yeah,
amazing
wanna contest here.
stream.
Yukino is looking to move
I mean,
over.
Prime's going back for round 2. The last time we saw this 1v1, Prime won.
I think he has
Gets
to out. Bobby's gonna flash out.
Initially, taunt on
No,
the
he's
Razork.
dead.
Yukino there.
Big
Vladdy
ult.
able to land the shockwave, but it's not a lot of damage. Down goes Razork. Last one
It's
going over
not
the
good
wall.
for
Upset's already to
Fnatic
start
now.
picking off in the fight instead, just going to dash away.
Yeah.
Realizes how quickly this could turn on him.
Severe lack of
JCB are
work top
just
in
first
LEC.
on the objective. They
Well,
have, like, Fnatic
kinda
doesn't
hard
have
to
the
complain
damage
about
actually
that
with value
now.
whatsoever. Upset tries to go in for the fight, but
Broken
Razork
Blade
gets
was
involved, doesn't
getting
even have time to use the flash.
dragged
And
for
that's
that
now
pick.
Drake going over to KCBS Prime. Oh, maybe it's in trouble.
Should have
He
showed
lost
him some
the
love
match
when he
spot
was
just in time.
picking
Lost
it.
tries to punt him back, so we'll be able to escape, but loses out on the sum.
Yeah, it gets a little bit too greedy there for the vision.
Observers are baiting you.
Oh my,
just want
look
you to
at that. What
they
the
just
hell?
Want you to keep talking about
That's
the
a
Gal.
league skin? Are you kidding me? Bro.
Guys, I want to be absolutely clear. I did not pay, no one at Riot has paid him to do this. He's just genuinely really
The
excited
thing
about
is that
the Gal.
work
It's like,
top is
when I
probably
just see it,
much
it's like,
weaker
you know,
now.
like, it's like it doesn't look like
You're
a
less
league skin.
encouraged to roam as top
It's too
laner,
detailed.
and
Someone in their performance
top
review,
lane
maybe
is
Foster
a lot
was,
more
said,
about
"My
levels,
Phoenix
and
is
Warwick
just- is
doesn't
going to
scale
lift
that well
this
with
clip and
levels.
say, I would like a promotion. You are
His
gonna
thing
give
is
someone
early game,
promotion,
right?
etc. I don't know who they are. I don't know what their name is, but you're committed to it, and I respect it.
Yeah. No worries, whoever you are.
So when you're sitting with
And that Q as well.
two top
Okay,
laners
okay,
on high
let's
level,
talk
it's
about
probably gonna
KCB,
be
because they're doing a lot of nice
weaker
things this game. They got
by
first dragon,
default.
they got 3 grubs.
Yes,
got
they
first
should buff
blood.
Warwick top.
Might even get first brick.
Buff his scaling.
Look,
Buff
there's
his
a lot of
scaling,
Crystal, I
then
know.
he
They
will.
really wanna get the Crusty Tower.
No need to buff his early game. Buff his scaling.
How's
You know,
that?
every time I see pro players that don't hit the tower,
A little
like,
bit.
I know they shouldn't hit the tower because it's like high risk, but then I see all the crystals, they're just like, yeah.
I'm just saying. That was what happened to Leader the other day. He told me.
Yeah.
See a Crusty Tower, sometimes you just walk up and hit it, and then you die.
I was going for it.
Cow.
Okay, Orianna has
I mean, he could
torch,
just
but
go all
neither
in
did
and
carry his two
kill him. It's
items.
still gonna go
One
all in
item.
for us, a little bit risky, but gets the flash. Pretty
Fnatic,
effortlessly, and now gets
yeah,
the proxy the next
should be
wave
able
while
to
he has
take
the
this
power to
fight.
stay. We got a fist fight on the bottom side. They try to get in to get the one shot.
Oh my god, Vlad ult.
Ulti to follow up from the Galio. It looks cool, but it doesn't do any extra bonus damage, so KCB got to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, that Galley ulti, it looked grand, it looked epic, but it was not enough to deter Fnatic. as
You're
they
right
get
about
all the
something.
HP bars here, and that surely must be Drake for them. As now Razork is going to start up this Mountain Dragon. Upset and Lospa will be his helpers. And they will pick up this second Drake here.
And Orianna was for
Now
sure the
Prime and
target
Drake
on that
score 1-1.
fight.
Let's see what soul we get.
Yes,
Always
looking
a
at
low for a
items.
minigame. I think it'll be Ocean.
Ocean?
I think Ocean.
I'm going to go Infernal, just because I don't want it to be Chemtech.
Yeah, but now you jinxed it, it's gonna be Chemtech. Ocean! Oh my god! How could I have predicted this? That's analysis.
I've been wrong too many times this weekend. I predicted against Los Ratones, I predicted against Ocean Drake. I'm just gonna, you're right, Jack.
That's true.
Talk more about the Galio skin. Clearly I have no
Now
idea
nothing's
about
gonna
it.
happen for another 2 minutes.
Right at this point of the game, look, I think credit to Fnatic.
You
Right?
can know
They
you're stealing
recognize
some
that
camps.
KCB have
Being a bit
overextended it.
silly.
They don't really have the damage to finish those kills. So they're able to punish, they're able to force them out. They get that Drake, which does even things up and make things a bit harder. Yukino, though, is still a big problem for them and is able to wander in and not get a red buff.
Yeah, Razork took it.
Yeah.
So
Welcome.
Razork is kind of mugging him right now. Let's see who gets the Raptors, though. Another fight here. Lospa moving in.
Guys are going to get the Raptors, too. Ooh.
I mean, Yukino here.
That's tough, because you're the one with the money,
Yeah.
but not the one with the camps now. Because Hazel still being able to clear out mid lane. Upset.
We climbed a
little
lot
bit far
today.
behind, but I imagine this
We
first
climbed
back
more than
before
100
this phase will
RP.
now finally be cracking. So evening things up on the way to.
How many games did we play?
Tabby. Sorry, plated steel caps.
2, 3,
7
4,
years.
5, 6, 7, 8,
You know,
9,
Forsen,
10,
they told him
11.
to buy Tabai.
Played
and he was
11
like, "What's that?"
games. And I played
Like,
less games
oh,
today
from
than I did
plated
other
steel
days.
caps.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Feel,
5,
it's
6.
weird when you feel old telling a guy who I'm guessing is much older
Yeah,
than
he's
you.
like nearly
Okay,
40.
played 13 games the day before.
Now, you know what? Thank
So I
you for telling
didn't
me
play
so
after
I feel
lunch
better.
today. I went to sleep.
Shout out Forsen, sorry. We've hit the point in the game, though, where things have slowed down a bit. I think we're going to have to wait for an objective or for someone to flash kind of crazy style into the back line. The initial momentum of KCB, especially around the bottom side in the jungle, has got them a bit of gold, but really not much else.
It's
15 games every
I mean,
day.
they had some rough fights. They weren't able to pick up that.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm playing 10 games every day.
In the driver's seat here, invading.
Played 10 games every day for
and Yukino is just gonna drop it to his
a
own
while.
and go
Only
up
games
close
I
to
have.
grab instead.
I have
The worry that I have for this KCB lineup
now
is
about 100
they're
games
clear what they want to do.
in the past.
Very low damage. Like they need Yukino and Hazel to really do a lot of heavy lifting here. And while Tao is playing a tank, who's not really a tank, like a full damage bruiser type of champ.
How long have I been here?
It's still, they can easily get kited out if they don't get a good CC layering and upset
A week.
free reign in the team fight alongside Laddie. They don't have the firepower to keep going in a long extended fight.
If you take breaks, I'm not taking breaks. If you take short breaks between games, then it's doable. And also, since I'm here, I don't really have any distractions, right? I can use all my energy to just focus on League. So I don't feel exhausted playing 10 games in a row. But if I'm at home, streaming for 6 hours just solo queue, I get tired. Okay. They just took the Herald for free, kinda. Can't they just live now? This fight's a bit messy. Yeah, Fnatic front to back is very strong.
The right places as they're able to pick up 2 kills. KCB did luckily get the Herald before they scattered, but with Razork knocking away Prime, it felt like KCB got a little bit flustered and weren't quite sure what to do. And Tao as well chose to ulti in instead of flashing out. I mean, we'll break it all down in the replay here, but there's a lot of a little bit uncharacteristic mistakes.
So here,
Tao,
if they just live,
I'm thinking, okay, Tao is just gonna flash over the wall and get out, but instead Tao,
like either Camilo goes on upsets instantly, and Hazel ult follows, or they don't fight this. And I think not fighting would make more sense. G2 are facing
Fnatic getting a lot of what they want there. Again, the Poppy pick that we talked about, a Razork
Vitality.
wasn't able to dominate as much in the early games as I think that he would like, but since they've kind of stabilized the game, he has been such a thorn in the side of KCB, the steadfast presence as well as the ulti in that fight, doing a ton of work, and now Upset, the one with the gold advantage, the one finishing these Fiend Hunters bolts, and the Yunara's
I only think there's no way they lose against Vitality.
Really bad for Hazel and Prime, right? They had a great laning phase, built up that lead slowly, and now it's all come crumbling down.
Unless their draft is
2 completed items. While Hazel's just sitting on the pickaxe. He's probably got quite a bit of gold in his pocket.
The drafts have not been looking solid, so I'm a bit worried about that.
The Ocean Drake that's already spawning now, so Hazel won't have any time to recall. I would advise
oh, no flash.
Upset dashing forward there from Upset. Galliot coming in as well.
Oh, big. Hazel.
Tao trying to get into the backside, running across the Rumble Equalizer as Lospa finds the knockup to stop any further play. Only one member down.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, KCB, I wasn't familiar with your game. That was nice. They got a great engage. Hazel crucially flashed the Orianna ulti. That's a free dragon for KCB. And they just killed the Yunara that we were hyping up so much. And they get the mid-tower Herald too.
The tower finally going to fall. Tao dashing in to get that auto, getting the extra money as well. First tower of the game. They got grubs. They're up a Drake. Suddenly starting to feel like they're back in control despite that.
I really want KCB to win.
They try to get Prime.
And I don't really like Fnatic.
Want to really go for Prime here, but
like, I'm indifferent to them.
There's a huge Pantheon ult as well, and then Hazel follows up and crucially is able to flash both the Rumble and the Orianna ult, and that just means that Fnatic has no return play as they really wanted to turn on Hazel after Upset died. And it leads for another dragon.
I love your skin color.
Might be in trouble.
Heroes rooted.
Thanks.
Starting to walk up. Hazel no ultimate means he can just immediately get in
What's so great about it? Can you elaborate?
Big fight for Hazel, especially. You highlighted it so well, right? Able to get Upset and then immediately get out despite
most normal shot.
Makes all the difference.
And now he's the one with
it's
the
white.
So even though it's
some
items
good
in
old
use for the
racism.
ADCs. I definitely prefer the Kai'Sa here. Quite a bit stronger 2-item power spike with that Rage Blade combo.
The ulti to go where he needs to. We'll see if KCB are
You
able
know,
to
I have
collapse
to
on
not
side lanes, find a pick.
condone
That's what we kind of
racism
expect from these
in the
Pantheon-style
chat
semi-global compositions, especially
stream,
the Kai'Sa,
so
but hasn't happened quite
I'm gonna
yet,
have to
but
ban
with
you.
mid lane tower broken down, I imagine we do see a little bit more side lane play just overall.
Yeah, I think Hazel really wants to try to get these mid waves quite deep, and then they can look to play on whichever side they so desire. I mean, the thing is, you don't have the most like crazy side lanes like it's Galio, Cassante, who are not gonna make so much progress on their own. So you really
I
need
hope
the
I don't
front line
have
and
to
the junglers
elaborate.
to be really aggressive themselves to create fights and make things happen. But still, I mean, it's KCB that are pushing in 3 lanes at once right now, and Imperials just has to drop this bot tower.
It's fine.
So more
The
gold
big,
going in favor for KCB.
the boss took care of this one.
Focus for now on just clearing the vision.
Miller emoted on him.
Yeah, he did.
Do you think he felt bad?
I don't know. He's always smiling. It's hard to know.
No, I meant Lospa.
Because he got emoted on?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
he
mean,
wants to go in.
Yeah. He got angry.
I was thinking of doing a long term or like
When I
2-week
play against
timeout. I
boss,
was looking at
instantly
options,
break
but then I thought,
I don't know, like my blood pressure rises. I need to be intense.
I can
what the
tell.
hell?
I can tell. You're an angry guy. You hold it back.
You're
You
still
go
in
all the
Korea?
time.
Yeah.
But I see it come out when you play random games.
I'm here for a long time.
Or with Forsen.
That's not true. With Forsen, I am Zen.
Fair enough. I don't believe it, but you said it, so
yeah,
take it face value.
Yeah, I was also checking the
KCB
chat
really
history.
just trading pressure back and forth. You could see a little bit of movement on the map. There's a lot of moments where either side is looking for an angle, but neither team has really presented it to them quite yet. Razork and Lospa moving up to top lane. They're thinking maybe we can get Camilo.
I just want to give some pressure to Vladdy. I think, as we talked about earlier, right, with the side lanes, just like, ooh, KCB making a play on bot lane, and Pyros has
No, he has flash.
You know, follow up there from the Pathmaker, equalizer down, but it doesn't look like
That's
it's
a kill.
nearly enough. Tao grabbing the
God,
kill
I
on side
hate
lane. The freedom we're
Pantheon.
waiting to see with these semi-globals.
Yeah, there's no flash
And
that one, and Pyros ends up falling. A great
that's
play from
because
Vito, invest his own
Pantheon
flash as
always
well
comes
to
and
make sure
kills
that
me
they
mid
get that
lane.
kill. It's a relatively empty kill. There's no objective on the map just yet. And Fnatic, they want to try to get something in return.
It's only 1 AM.
And it's tough
Way
too, right?
worse
You see
yesterday.
Vladdy individually has a pretty decent gold lead, but there's so much MR. And Galio's ability, Camilo's ability to just delete those waves is high enough that he can't really press any advantage.
Yeah. So what I was saying earlier, right, is while it is hard for KCB to make very proactive plays, they can still look for stuff like the Pantheon ult like they did just now, because they don't have such explosive side laners. In the same vein, it's really hard for Fnatic to ever make a play on side, because you're up against Cassante Galio. Galio will just clear the wave, and Cassante is undiveable. So then your only option is going mid lane, but in mid lane, KCB has already gotten mid tower, so Hazel can take every mid wave really far
Haven't
up,
liked
but that's
voicing so
great
far by
vision
Emperors,
around
but
the
obviously
area.
just nerves.
Kind of left scattered right now. They don't have any
I
real
don't know,
good
I
fight
feel like I
plays
haven't
available
seen
to them. They're just
much
waiting for this
from
push break
him
from
in
the spawn.
general. Like he's
And
just there.
Another full 5v5. What
It
we're
doesn't
expecting
really
KCB get the first push
make
in the mid, so
difference,
can move into
good or
lane out
bad.
with vision of their own. You can also see Camilo on the bottom side of the map getting that bot wave forward.
Like he hasn't left an impression on me.
Nice thing about having Alistar, of course, is that you kind of check for free.
I mean,
That's
let's be
TP
real,
from Tao,
anything
so KCB really
would have been an
giving that
upgrade from
attention here. They got the
Oscarine,
bot wave
so
forward. They want to use the TP to try and get a bit more control over mid wave. They're going to lose it anyway because Fnatic
because
is
that guy would solo lose games.
but now, the potential full
Like,
revive
sure, he had like
going
one
forward.
good
That's
game
Camilo needs to get the
internationally,
ulti in here. Razork looking for the
but that
first
does not
ulti
make
angle.
up
Stun
for
to come
how
down.
he
Razork able
played
to get his
before.
ulti off in the meantime. Tao still standing strong. Equalizer going down. Upset pops the ulti
Lost
of his own. He's
Rayon.
ready to get the fight going. Lost
I am.
interrupted on the
Oh.
way in. Keeping things standing.
Oh.
Upset
Bloody
still
ults are
across
so
the team,
good.
though. Hazel
Like,
so damn low. There's just nothing KCB can do. Upset finally given the freedom he wants to
yes,
tear
like the
through
only
this
way
team
KC
fight.
Blue wins fights is if they get a pick on one of Fnatic carries. It's so hard when if they're facing a good team.
Storm of the initial early game, as Pyros wants to try to go for something more, but Hazel outplays him with the ultimate. But this is exactly the
I
thing
remember
we
that
were
Camille
worried
game he
about
had
for
against Spin.
KCB.
I remember the Nor game he had in regular season, and Fnatic, like they were hard winning that game, and then at Nash he did some crazy, like
the Galio ult
Helt
always
mega
makes
inte
Rumble
som
and
SP.
Poppy, and this is Upset's
Men they
nice
lost the
time.
game.
While they're able to take down Lost by, it's a great 3-man shockwave onto Hazel, Yukino, and Tao, while Upset is just shredding the front lines. Because
Honestly,
they
front to
need
back team
a
comps are almost
clean
always
engage.
superior.
They need a great start to this fight, because otherwise, Fnatic just has way
Because you have more
damage.
options
They can
when you
just run them
play.
down like they did in this one.
KC Blue only have one option every fight. Or they can play side lane, but it's not really meta to play side lane. And they still have a Cassandra. I feel like the Cassandra doesn't make that much sense if you're playing a comp that is forced to do like flashy side lane 1-3-1 macro or pick comp.
Harder and harder as well. Especially Hazel ended up going for, I think he's going for Hurricane. He could
Like a
also be going
bruiser
for
split
the
pusher would make so
Bolt,
much more
but I'm
sense.
assuming he's going for Hurricane.
But
And
that's not really strong to pick
I get
either.
it, but I don't think it's what they need. I think they need more damage. So if he went for the AP route, he would be able to do a lot more damage through this front line and have a lot more threat with that evolved W. But we'll see. I mean, I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but
He doesn't give a fuck.
Like it. See if it works out for him, and see obviously what the final itemization choice will be, although we're expecting a Hurricane.
Yeah, they will be fearless, as far as I know. I heard some interviews talking about from Mickey, where he talked about fearless being better for them when they make it to playoffs.
It was Jake. I remember it was Jake, because he kept telling me Kai'Sa just wants to ulti in, no an auto attack, and I'm like, yeah, she wants to do that, but I don't think it's good.
Yeah, just pick 5 with Cares game 1, so they're all out next game.
I mean, if there was a Kai'Sa game where you really
Yeah,
needed ulti,
well, he said when.
because they do have a team comp that always wants to go in and set Hazel up for success in that sense. But I just think the AP itemization...
Obviously, they have to say that.
Pretty OP.
You can't be insecure in interviews, that's cringe.
But we'll see.
We'll keep note of your skepticism. Upset going first.
Fearless is so fun from a Euro standpoint. It's funny. But yeah, I remember I tweeted about this a while ago. Yeah, this looks so unplayable at this point. See over. Fearless. It was more interesting in the start, but now, especially in like lower tier regions, it kinda ruins some competitive integrity and strategy.
It's Vladdy that can get a good ultimate. And you see how this just, it does not work for KCB.
Like, yeah, for tier 1, sure. But when you're going in, like, I don't know, NLC, Balkan, or lower tiers, because they're using Fearless even in, like, low divs. Now suddenly, like, player strengths. Because usually there's players who have really unique champion pools or player strengths. Now they can't use that anymore, and I don't know. I noticed this for our games as well. It felt kinda sad sometimes to play. And most conversations about drafts would be, well, now we don't even have to make a plan against the champion anymore because we're lit out, so what are we gonna do now?
Almost like 30 autos in that fight, completely and totally uncontested. The dream of any 80 carry is now he also has the additional BF sword working towards IE.
Yep. On the bright side, that pick onto Rumble is really good to delay this Fnatic Nasher. Yukino as well, choosing to push out this bot wave.
Yeah, game 5 are such fiestas.
We could have a Shifter's Baron throw on our hand if Fnatic get a little bit stressed out here.
Yeah, I agree, but also there's not really, there's no way to perfectly balance the game
and also pick off Empiros to really
for
slow
pro.
this down.
It's just not possible.
Look to group up on this bot wave, push this out, and have Empiros either open
You need so many
or
resources to do
bot,
that.
but I hope that Empiros pushes mid and they play 2 lanes. But Drake is actually spawning in 15 seconds, so I think like everything I said, it's gonna be a Drake fight.
Fnatic may be just going to go for this tier 1 first, however. We'll see.
Okay, let's see. Everyone has flash up.
Decisive engage from KCB. If you just walk at Fnatic, if you can't immediately jump onto a priority target, things will fall apart. And it's Fnatic who are getting things kicked off as Razork just zoning away Camilo. Both sides squaring up. Yukino waiting off to the side, looking for an ulti angle. Has not been marked yet.
Okay, he's sending it.
This is their opportunity to start a fight. Hazel for now, free firing, able to auto attack, but he immediately gets knocked out of the fight by Razork. That's a disaster.
Okay.
Again, set up for success. Camilla landing
Well,
on top, but he just has to flash
yeah, it was a good attempt.
ulti from Razork. Instantly stops the
This is what I mean. Like, I think KC Blue in the real, this comp would work a lot better. But it's just too hard here. I respect it though. It's ending. No, it's sending it. Sending.
Keep extending their gold lead to 7,000. We've gone from a tiny bit of hope to praying on a miracle or a massive throw, as has often been the case here in the LEC. But Fnatic playing it really well. KCB, they're decisive, but it's just too late. Razork's ulti, simply better.
Yeah, Yukino just doesn't... He's not able to actually get into the fight whatsoever, and he's dead before he gets anything down. And then the Galio ult is pretty meaningless as well. And after that, it's been the tale of this game. It's just Fnatic getting one pick, getting one kill, and then running down the rest of KCB. And this Poppy and Yunara just feel so damn strong into this KCB comp, as now Yukino is caught. We'll see if he's able to get out with the help of Hazel. Some good damage on Razork.
Just finish the game. End their misery. SQGX are gonna be so hype. I won't watch that.
At the very least, but with Yukino dead, I just don't think they have a way to get into that back line. Fnatic continuing the forward siege. Osmo on the front line, they get the ulti from the Alistar.
No, no, G2 are gonna lock in today.
Definitely trying to find some angle of positivity here for KCB, but it's just so damn difficult to try to win this game. 8,500 gold now. And Fnatic are playing it slow, they're playing it controlled. They're just pushing waves, getting towers, extending that gold lead further. With Nash spawning in 2 minutes.
Okay, they can int as long as they win.
Get that Baron Nasher and finish this game off clean.
Credit to Fnatic, you know, made a couple missteps in the early stages of the game, lost by an upset, were falling behind a little bit more than we maybe anticipated. But once they got control of this game, they've been playing it, as you said, really disciplined, really clean. They're at 4-4, I think. They aren't in a position where they can afford to disrespect any opponent, no matter what their scoreline is.
Is Vitality 0-2 this week?
Tutorial style kind of closeout, what we're looking at.
I don't really pay a lot of attention to their games. They're kind of uninteresting to me. Like, they don't really have anything cool going for them.
Plenty of time. Mid lane coverage, I mean,
do we have the standings thing?
We have it. I've got
I'm 300 LP.
Schedule ready to go.
Oh, but not standings?
Not standings, sadly.
Because what I wanted to say is, with Fnatic winning this, there's a lot.
Oh, you're talking about this game? Oh.
It's an incredible.
Is Fnatic 0-2 this weekend? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I haven't seen them do very well. I remember the game yesterday, for sure.
Knock on to Hazel, the rest of the team now trying to follow up. Knock back is there.
It's impossible to balance game for Pro. I feel like a mix of Riots being heavy-handed and Pros being slow to innovate. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing about not having Fearless, that eventually people are bound to figure out kind of counters to the meta, but if the meta is too one-sided, then it's hard to swap.
Not the target he wants to see. Force the flash away from the Alistar. The combo still connecting. Immediate flash in from Upset to get the double. Maybe looking to make it a triple.
But yeah, I also don't want to watch a Zero Orianna every single game.
Takes one of the kills as Emperos trying to take another. Yukino run. Sidestep, good. I mean, Yukino gets to live. That's respectable. But Fnatic, it looks like they're just going to end it here. They're simply too far ahead. The compositional advantage is theirs.
Do you mean how many games?
Gold advantage is theirs.
Fnatic showed their experience today as KCB ends up falling, and with that,
people don't play quirky mid anymore. I at least haven't seen it.
And Fnatic take one more step in the right direction for securing their spot in the playoffs.
Oh well.
Hearts out to KCB. We'll
KC tried.
Next week, of course, but
they made it spicy at least. A little bit spicy for the first 15 minutes.
A little bit further up, what is a very close standings.
Yeah, really important win for Fnatic. One more and
there's games next weekend, and then there's playoffs.
Unless something absolutely incredible happens.
Just wait and see, Jack. Stop trying to make definitive statements about something we don't know.
Fair enough. Well,
No, they said Fnatic are one step
I think
closer
even
to
though
securing
it's been
playoffs.
a disappointing run for this roster, as you can vote for your key player of the series.
At LEC on X, Razork, Vladdy, or Upset. I think credit to Fnatic, closing out clean, closing out discipline. But to your point, KCB, we heard it earlier in the day, right? A lot of things to be excited about in ERL. ERL teams should be scared.
Yeah,
Should
and
be
thank God
nervous.
for that,
And a team
because
that clearly
I
knows
will
what
die
they're doing
otherwise,
in earlier
staying up
stages.
that late.
I think you could see a lot of
And
their
please, I beg to
mistakes and a lot
God
of the ways that they
that
faltered was just due to the lack of inexperience.
playoffs
the
start
lack of
earlier.
experience, rather. And I'm really excited to see how this
What
roster
time is it in
develops
Europe
throughout
right
the rest
now?
of the year. And I think for sure a lot of these players,
18?
we might see them next year in the LEC.
We might. But that's Upset with a thumbs up, and that's our cue to toss things down to the main stage where Ginny is standing by.
17:30.
Buddy, congratulations on the win against KC Blue.
So
This
game
time
started around
yesterday they
17, a
really
bit
worked in your
before
favor, but
17.
I'd like to talk about the game that we have.
Okay, I
in
hope
front of
playoffs
us
started
today.
15.
Great performance
Oh,
from you
that would be
individually
so
as well.
nice.
Can you let me know what your experience has been like on the Fnatic roster?
I mean, it's pretty good. Obviously, we are not
Yeah,
playing so
if
well
you
right
look at
now.
the stream,
We are,
I
a
have
new roster. We have two
the
rookies,
time
but I think everyone is very hungry
on
to improve. And
my screen.
yeah, I think we can scale into the next
Playoffs
phase
at
as well.
20.
How
I
are you
am
looking to
ending
scale? What are the
it.
things that you're going to be focusing on then to make sure that the rookies are gelling well with the rest of the
Having
team?
to watch a best of
I mean,
5
I think,
at 20.
They are rookies, but they are not acting as rookies. I think they are pretty mature, and I think right now our early game is pretty rough as a team, so we just need to improve on that aspect.
There's 2 weekends
Yesterday
of
as
best
well
of
against
3s.
KC, it was a little bit of an ups and
Then
downs,
it's best
and
of
then it kind of like
5.
didn't really go in your favor. You had certain hopes for that game. You know, I interviewed you before. You're like, oh, we're gonna stomp them. Did you think that this win against KC Blue is gonna allow you to find that
G2 are not
confidence
gonna
again?
play every day. I'll just coast them the
I
G2
mean,
game
I
anyway.
wouldn't say so, because KCB is in the bottom of the table, I would say, and I think we didn't even play that well today, even though enemy team, in my opinion, is not that good. But as I said, we have a lot of room to improve, and everyone is very hungry. And
What's
I
your
think,
time zones, Rayon?
by the time we will get better.
Well, you still have 2 more games at least in the best of 1 series. How are your expectations for those then?
I mean, yeah, we play Heretics, and then the last game is against Z2.
Yesterday she was a rapper, now she's a
one, but we will be ready, and we will practice in
goofy
the next week very
goofer.
hard to beat them.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time, and once again, congratulations. I know you're being really critical of yourself, but you should also be proud. We're going to be heading over to a break, and then we'll be back
This
with
girl
our
is
next
so
game of
pretty.
the day, and it's going to be SK against Giant X.
Let's go, SK. Updating titles.
I have ult, by the way, no flash. It's very low, the Pantheon, guys. Not. No flash out, no flash out. Look for. I can send the Galio here. Look Galio. It's cooked, I think. No Drake. I have ult. Fighting here, slowly. Yeah. Slowly. Nice, very good. Look at the Cassandra, I can stand, guys. No flash. W in 2, 1.
I would hate being on LEC. I would have to actually plan my outfits. Well, I would love being on LEC, but I would hate having to plan my outfits. Because I don't have those type of clothes. I would have to buy new clothes. It's fine, just go in jersey actually. Yeah, but you still need clothes, no. Go without clothes, yeah, that's a good idea. Just have Laura shock style it for you. I don't think they would have time for that.
What an incredible play there from
that was incredible. You love to see it.
Right, yeah, let's really
What a move! He's just so
But yeah, I don't think I'll be on broadcast anytime soon anyway.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Ooh, that looks good. You want to maybe share a little bit? Yeah.
Where the Wrath cosplay would be on brand. Shox is a fan of your Twitter. It's always a bit embarrassing when people in the scene interact with my Twitter. But I just embrace it. It's fine.
The human body was built to move. Not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 20
ads. My body was made to sit by the chair every day.
Ergonomically engineered for you. Gamers, hybrid workers, artists. Backing your every move.
I like when they showed the artist and she was not even using the back of the chair. It's 2 minutes left, so play out now, so we don't miss drafts. Maybe I should have waited. Aren't you still sponsored by... No, Treat was sponsored by Herman Miller. Yeah, I know, I'm not supposed to say bad things about the brands. And I don't mean it as a bad thing about the brand, just the ad looked silly. The ad was silly. It was a silly share ad. Yeah, please don't show anyone. It's okay, I don't think anyone watches my stream. I'm just talking to myself and I'm making up chats by myself. I'm just going crazy. You're enjoying the food in Korea? Yes! I love it. But today they had burger. I was so sad. I can't even eat a burger, like, it's too wide. I'm not good at eating big foods. But yeah. Today was the only day I did not finish my meal. Because I didn't eat all of the bun. I paid to watch you eat a burger. If you donate, well, you have no money, but I would eat a burger on stream if someone donated for it. €5, hell no. €100. Yeah, then I do mukbang stream next Saturday. Yeah. You think I'm gonna go through the effort of finding a burger place, ordering takeout, going here and streaming it for €5? I don't even want to eat burger. I'm not a burger person. There's no such thing as a Korean burger. That's like saying I'm gonna eat Swedish kimchi. Like, what is that?
Welcome back, LEC.
The effort of eating burger. Yeah, you said I don't like it, and you said you'll pay me to eat it, so yeah.
We'll see about this, but so far the only thing
But clearly you are a liar.
Different trajectories. Giant X sitting on the second spot here in
They're called Americans, yeah. I'm not American. Streamers are so shameless these days. I just know my worth, okay? I will eat a sausage on stream for €2, which I did. But a burger, a whole meal? You showed your niece for a prime sub. Well, that's different. What else you wanna see, babe? One gifted sub, I'll show you my bare feet. No, I won't do that.
But now they're still ramping up, you know. We saw Yopa starting to perform very well, you know, in a sea of Unks on his team.
A rice burger, then that's not a burger, that's just rice. And bread.
He's a scary man on the side of GX.
I think that
no, you have not. There's no bare feet pictures anywhere.
The superstar of this roster.
In public.
This clip is a Baron that they lost, a game that they lost. But
I like burgers. That's not my point.
Beautiful demonstration of their mechanical prowess and what they've been doing for this team all split.
I just think they are too large and they're hard to eat, and you get dirty. If I'm at home, I'll gladly eat a homemade burger.
being
But
a
going
player in
out
that-
to eat
that
burger,
position
I don't
against
like that
Spooky
much.
Zara Khan or, you know, more so Noah and June, it felt always like you need to be on your toes to secure a win against them, because even there,
Yop on this
2v5,
picture looks like he's
it felt
coming at you
impossible
on
to
the
close it
screen.
out against them.
And when you look at it, we see Yopa maybe as one of the shining lights we have for SK. So I'm thinking him paired with Mickey could
Rice
potentially
bun,
make
meat,
difference.
rice
They're
bun.
sitting in the
What?
underdog spot here in
So
this
there's
matchup. Is
rice,
there
and
any
then a
hope
bun,
for SK
and then meat,
in
and
this
then rice,
matchup?
and then a bun.
I really do believe that
The-
there is. I
Alright.
think that SK are a team that continue to surprise, and I think that as a
What the
roster,
hell,
they've been
Ali?
coming together very nicely at
What did you
times.
send?
Now, while it's true
Page
that
not
GX
found.
have been a little bit more consistent just because of the prowess of their bottom lane, I think SK need to shift gears and put
I had to
more
look at that,
resources
actually.
into this young talent in the bottom lane.
I was kind of
think that
disappointed
Yopa
that it
really
didn't
does have
exist.
a lot of potential, and I think that you can believe in him to be a carry. So I'm going to go out on a limb, and I am going to predict SK to actually get the victory.
Of course,
today.
Ali
I
knows
do
Feet
believe
Finder,
that as an
you fucking
entirety, as a whole
pervert.
block, SK has the ability to outplay GX today.
I mean, coping works this week, so why not?
Hey, it's not
You're not
coping. I'm
allowed
on
to
the
send
same side as
links.
Eddie here. I'm on the side of the
But it's
unks, you
okay.
know. I have to
It's
root
one
for-
siesta meme.
I have to root for Mickey, and at the same time, Wonder has been flying under the radar for a little bit because he's been missing from the league for about a year now, but now he's actually one of the more unique top players with the pace that he's playing, but also his stats are insane. When you think of Wonder and you see this amount of kills in a game, you're thinking of the, you know, his best years, his golden years, you know, Flashback 2019 and all of those, you know, wonderful times. But he's
Okay,
doing
do we
great
think
performances, and he is the one
SK
to
gonna win
balance,
this one?
counterbalance, you know,
Giant
the
decks
massive
have been
content
shaky,
that Noah
but
and June are on the bot lane.
I just think I've
SK
been
have
too
been
much
more
of a doubter
shaky.
this split, so I'm going to start believing.
Hello,
I'm
Tiago.
going to start believing in SK today, so I'm hoping that they can repay
Welcome
my
to
faith
the stream.
with a victory today. We'll see if they can do it.
Optimistic very with the power of the elderly and the young guns in the bot lane for SK. Let's see if they can do it. Casters, over to you.
I'm also chronically on Twitter. Let's look. See how many tweets I have.
Yeah.
I have
I'm still a doubter.
15,000 tweets. That's crazy, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they're too hyped.
Have you been watching a different SK?
Because just for the record, can we run it back here?
Yeah.
There have been two Caitlyn Elise lanes.
Yep.
One of them won.
That's
handedly.
crazy, by the
One
way.
of them went horrendously.
Yeah.
The one that won, was it the SK one, Jack? Remind me.
No.
No.
No, it was not.
So I'm willing to believe it could be close.
Mm-hmm.
But the 2-0 prediction.
But there is
is a
throughout
little
many
wide
years.
there at the desk. I gotta say, but we'll find out. I've been wrong a lot this split, so maybe I should be shutting my mouth.
I mean, what's your prediction, Draco?
We're gonna have to find out. You know, I'm not gonna make any more predictions. I think
Okay,
I'm
fair
excited.
enough.
My predictions are getting me into trouble.
Okay.
So
yeah.
we'll just have to see. We'll have to wait and find out. 3-5 versus 5-3. Of course, reminder for the playoff stakes here. SK, of course, are going to have good opportunities next week as they play Los
You
Raton's
can say
and
you need to tweet
Shifters.
for
They
job. I
can
mean, I
have all
kinda
their destiny
do.
in their own hands. For
The
GX,
content
if
is
they
my
win
job.
Here, they are
No.
not 100% locked, but they are most likely
Yeah,
locked
all
in
my
playoffs.
15,000
There
tweets are
is
on the
one
clock.
scenario out of more than 65,000 scenarios remaining.
Yeah,
where
Korean
they
stews
don't
are the
make it
best.
If they win here. So I would love to say that they're locked, but technically there is like a .0001 whatever.
Okay,
chance
let's see.
that winning
Another
will
Kali
work.
Relia ban.
However, for simplicity's sake, I'll just
Okay.
win it in. More or
Yeah.
less.
A series
That would be
open.
pretty incredible. I mean, it would be a very fun timeline to be in if they got 6 wins.
Are they gonna put leader on Azir again?
For the viewer.
Fun for the GX haters.
Thrice is
No,
also
for the viewer,
open.
where unpredictability is the name of the game here, with Rumble being locked in. Pretty predictable.
What's CC?
The Rumble
What does
pick.
CC stand
And
for?
they're gonna pick
Crowd
Azir?
control.
It's possible.
Oh wait, actually it's leader.
Leader,
Never
it's
mind,
leader.
never
You
mind.
never know.
Counter
He's gonna
Strike.
pick Azir, but he's probably gonna pick Rise.
Well, the
That's
interesting
been
thing
his
is, like,
go-to
Con-
mage.
we
Oh.
are looking at with the Rumble lock-in. I'm wondering if this is
I'm
two people who are big Yone
crowd
enthusiasts
control.
in terms of
That's true.
mid lane. We've got the Rise locked in for now. Keeping with the bans, the Akali was banned away from leader, as was the
I guess I'm
Aurelia.
worth more,
I do think
but
Yone into Rise though. I'm not completely
only
familiar
to
with the matchup, but I would
only to
imagine
orcs that value that.
this Rise gets
Some
some
orcs don't give a
flanking,
fuck.
face rush can kite you out.
Actually does enough damage in a sustained fight to...
Oh, you shouldn't curse, sorry.
Yeah.
But we
Don't
have
give a
really nice,
frick, they
you know,
frock
potential
frock.
combo here around mid lane with the Rise, as well as the Vi.
Maybe a little Yarvan for Isma here. We can see what he wants to look in.
Since I was
I'm
not
assuming
spirit,
they'll
why?
probably just complete their top side, because that's a very classic maneuver
Yeah.
when you pick it as Rumble early.
It's the
It's gonna
Orvan,
be the Jarvan, and then maybe just to see.
and then what?
I'm trying to like we're really digging deep. into
Talia.
champion
They're
pool
gonna go
here.
Talia. They're gonna go Talia.
Wondering
Vanilla picks.
Talia,
kind of
Talia,
if they
Talia,
take the lead
Talia.
on both sides, because I would really
Talia.
like to see a bot lane arms race.
Yeah.
Because
it would
as
be
much
cool to
as
spicy picks on bot for sure, yeah.
And I think the Desk has a valid point that the biggest matchup in SK's favor is Wonder. Don't get me wrong, but this bot lane 2v2 is still going to be such a thrill to watch. And with SK, despite being on blue side, of course, having last.
Yeah.
I think we could get some really spicy stuff.
I just figured it out. Maybe.
Do I get McDonald's today? No! Be healthy!
Huh?
McDonald's is trash.
Yeah. As leader is having
Is it
some
a
fun
Rise top?
It could be a Rise top, honestly. It's not bad into Rumble with the phase
rush. With the phase rush, yeah, you just sprint away.
Would be very cool to see a spicy picker on mid, as we see.
Oh well, as you prefer, baby girl.
Is he allowed to play Zed?
Oh, wait a second, you're right.
Okay,
Rise is actually good against Rumble top.
That's a cool flex right there, especially because when you see the Rise, we all thought it was leader.
I completely forgot about that.
It's a good matchup into the Rumble, as long as you can keep your distance and not get on.
Leader looks unk. He's pretty old now.
Classic into the Azir, and since you have the AP damage from the Rise as well, you can safely have that Yone Vi combination.
I mean, they're all. What's the average age in SK?
Sorry, what? The Yone Vi what?
Combination.
Okay, you didn't do the full accent. That's good. Keeping it going. The Xayah band away as well as
35. Shut up.
Comfortable picks. The Caitlyn too. I do like that. I think it's.
Stop trolling. It's serious. It's a serious question. It's important for I don't know my judgment or something.
One stomped on it. One didn't do so well.
I'm gonna guess 26.
But can you counterpick Caitlyn at least? I guess is my question. If they just,
I mean, there's nothing that probably wins lane into it unless you go something psychopath.
So maybe that's the logic. But you're right. It does feel like an L when you both played it and you're the ones who have to ban it away.
Yeah. Although it is.
He's 26. Oh wow.
I would say. Because they have longer range.
Yunara still up.
Yunara still up.
Then maybe it's higher. The average is higher.
I'm sorry if you want to go. Okay. I like it. A little bit of toxicity to get this one going. We'll see. They don't want to go.
Can we not old shame, age shame?
Drafting Corki in 2026.
Looks like he could be a dad. You can be a dad at 26.
Well,
it's actually banned by SK, so that makes
he might have thought about it, but he can't pick it.
Okay, my bad there. Well, he is hovering the Corki. I mean, it's not like Corki is an automatic loss here.
Backpedaling because you're
I do like Ezreal a lot more than the Corki, though. I think
the average in chat is probably Unk as well, anyway. So I think we can age him. I'm not even young
and the Yunara Alistar
in esports.
An insane win rate against the Corki especially. So we're gonna get Jun's Rakan, and I will say, Jun has been a total demon. We've been hyping up Noah, but in every
Kids
game
at
that Noah has been,
21.
Jun has also been phenomenal.
Ooh, Bard here.
I feel like I'm old enough now that
I'm excited for the Mickey X Bard. I love Jun as well. I think he's been playing absolutely fantastic.
if I had a kid, it wouldn't be that
I
crazy.
think, though, that if Mickey locks in this, I don't think he's going to Taric. That would be pretty crazy.
Not that I'm planning on having a kid anytime soon.
But it's not the greatest matchup into
Okay.
Okay. They're going
I'm gonna have children when I'm 28.
And he can then heal up the Yone as he continues to go forward.
Yeah.
It's just not the greatest lane early game, so I'll definitely got my
That's my
eye
plan.
attention
That's my
to
life
Noah
plan.
to try to punish this bot lane.
I mean, the big thing is if
The moment I turn from date, get pregnant.
Start a fight, Tark ult is disgusting. I mean,
And so when I'm
with Vile does sound really
if you ult reactively though, once the equalizer's already down, it's too slow. Pressure on Mickey to execute, but this
Remind me 5 years.
kind of a
It's only 5 years? I'm 28 in 5 years? Oh.
In this matchup, it's going to work out well for him. These are obviously
Shouldn't have said it like that. Now I'm like bothered.
So
I would say SK's bot lane doesn't focus so much.
Can we have kids at the same time? I'm sure, why not? Dream Mewtwo. Let's all like, let's match or ovulation. We have to be together and live together for like a month. So our cycles connect, so we can get pregnant at the same time.
And play more towards the map and try to get advantages elsewhere. And then as you get into the later stages, it's more responsibility onto you.
Shut up, Padlin. Shut up.
Let's head into game here. SK versus
It's fake, they don't see it. You are a man, you can't say this. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Sorry. I'm actually not allowed to curse, I'm sorry.
Although as much as the Anzac wanted to
I just got angry.
Giants are not the underdog.
A man trying to tell me how my body works. I know from experience. When I hang out with girls, or or cycles match.
3 and 5. But we've seen some highlights.
I have
We're still
personal
walking on top here about
experience.
bot lane, because that's where we feel like GX's strongest point is, and top lane, because we feel like that's SK's strongest point. Mid lane, we have glossed over, but leader, of course.
Leader. We saw, I don't know if you watched LCK, I watched LCK. Chovy went exhaust on the Yone, and it's been, I am becoming slowly a believer that in solo lanes, these days...
Or sperm cramps match. That's great, they just can help each other. Wow, what a relief.
I think Ignite and Exhaust very OP. Like this game, if
I have a girlfriend, just hang out with the boys.
How does Rumble ever kill you? It's impossible. You just press exhaust on him and then run away. Or you can exhaust and then run away.
Welcome, wise fan.
Both are good. I'm a big believer that exhaust is a very gross summoner.
Yep.
That said, leader not gonna do too much here in the
Exhaust Yone feels kinda weird.
This is where we expect SK to get an advantage. You saw the stats, #1 in kills.
Doesn't he wanna build side lane? And does he really need exhaust against Sosir?
It's also what's exciting about this game, to be honest, is that
there's the exhaust.
Like it would make more sense to go Ignite, in my opinion.
Get a lot of damage back onto leader. I think if leader was able to land, he missed 2 Qs there. If he was able to land 1 or 2 of those, the trade would have gone.
Yesterday dating apps, they babies and pregnancy. Yeah, we're going the full circle.
Jackie's keeping his range. I mean, there's 3 exciting matchups, to be honest, because in bot lane you have a Taric, which is very rare that we.
It would actually be nice to have babies at the same time as your friends. But all my girlfriends wanna have babies like now or in a year or not at all. And
it's also like probably
yeah,
practice this matchup so much
that doesn't really work for me. I learned the wedding tips. I need to gain some experience first. Not that I have pregnancy experience.
It grants you an inherent advantage in the sense that you
Oh no,
understand the matchup. Well, I hope better.
Shall we play exhaust against us here?
I think the good news for GX is Jackie's obviously no stranger to the mid lane matchup, and Isma now.
So leader watches Chovy.
Something done, maybe hoping to get a flash, but luckily for leader has the Q3 ready to go. Leader's taking notes.
I don't get it though.
Still gonna stick around. Yeah, people really love that one. So
Isma only. I've only seen him spam it.
But I've never played the lane, so.
Really?
But maybe he did.
Maybe he
did put it in LEC. In LEC, I've seen it a lot. But it might just be.
My parents had 2 kids by the time they were 21.
That's a good BM though. Like you kill Isma and you.
And you're here and don't have a girlfriend, yeah.
Skin's gonna grab the bot side crab.
People are having kids older and older.
Botline, Yopa also is
That's just because society has changed.
Or run away. Again, the initial CC from GX.
Yeah, I'm surprised how this early bot lane matchup has gone for Giant X. I was thinking with the Taric, one of his weaknesses is that he's quite weak early.
Your parents is a bad example.
No way of really getting on
Do you have young parents?
But,
oh! Ah.
Losing Prio, Joppa with the tiny CS lead here.
My parents had me pretty old. Or like not old, but around the age I want to have kids. So.
Taric with the E, and obviously the passive being just a massive attack speed steroid. I could see it where, you know, you want the dream of Jun gets a little knockup, you get a little.
I refuse to spawn a baby. Gamer moment.
That said, you can see for Jun, he just goes in and dodges before the stun can land.
I mean, Jun is able to land some.
It feels evil. Okay, but people could have said that literally throughout every single year.
Giving me some trauma right now from playing as Yone in solo queue.
Like, I respect that you don't want to have kids. But also looking at history, there was no time it would be a good time to have kids, kinda. Like, if anything, living situations now were better, right? So.
That was like the nerdiest way you could ever say that.
But at the same time, I guess you were forced to have kids back then.
Do less damage and spell that makes him do more damage. Therefore, good. What do you want? Like,
in English, please.
I want to say the other thing, and
population is like 10x higher. Yeah.
I'm tired of saying it, but I feel like for people who don't understand, Yone, the brothers have some of the dumbest early game scaling in the entire game.
You know what they say?
Early, but just the early items are
smart people are less
and crit is double.
Kids wanting nowadays.
That's true. That's pretty broken.
Why is that allowed? Some might ask. People who play against Yone definitely not pleased.
This game is so nothing's gonna happen before level 6.
Yeah, it's like it's caught there. Good damage, but Skeens is around the area. And, I mean, then maybe Taric is providing a lot more value than I initially anticipated, as he's just continuing to heal Yopa up, regardless of Jun landing any Ws of any kind. And it's SK spot lane continuing to push
People
in
see
here.
birthday, it's
Skeens and
going
Mickey has
down.
to run for the wins as leader is in base.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
at the
gonna be
same
trap going over
time,
to Isma.
aren't there
Nice
too
little
many
read for
people
them.
in the world?
And Jackie's, I think he has a little bit of a freeze at the moment. No, I think the wave is slow pushing. Lot, however, does
It would
have
be
it.
concerning if the
Top
birth
lane
rates were
matchup,
going up.
while Wunder was able to pick up a plate and
Realm warping tower to get the wave out. So
That's a funny dry stop strat that I unfortunately had to
it's like reverse
experience in one
now
once.
he bases.
Now he bases it, it's
I mean,
fine.
it's a way of fixing the wave.
That's clever.
Instead of fixing the wave by killing enemy minions.
Okay, but what's wrong with the declining population?
Of course, it's been last time.
Like, yes, if it's too much, I get it, because I watched some videos about this, since it's a real issue in Korea. And it also creates like a gap in generations, or something like that.
Sometimes the script just writes itself as leader gets a nice buffer there.
That was a very nice buffer. I mean, leader on Yone. It's a nice Yone. It's already up 15 CS, 400 gold as he's gotten a plate. And
But South Korea is like a very specific example, because it's a pretty small country, and the population is very concentrated. They're not very spread out and in the
with Isma going mid once as well, we saw
country.
Wasn't able to get anything for it, but definitely looking comfortable for SK in this one. Perhaps the analyst test faith was well placed. Mickey coming back with a tier as well. Taric obviously a very mana hungry champion. You know, his empowered autos giving him back stacks of his heal, so can just...
Yeah, but what's worse, those issues, or literally the world being overpopulated and there not being enough food and resources for everyone to live?
But the diadem is pretty strong, I think.
The item
champion.
Diadem.
Leader continuing.
It's a miss. Shut up.
The traits are quite equal, but it's always leader.
The sea is literally dying! We're running out of food! Or something like this. Okay. Bomba. There's no damage. Oh, well.
That's it, the blue is reset.
Blue is reset. Taric ulti is down.
These early fights are always so
a lot of the autos in.
unexciting.
That's just the blue buff for SK. Really see the value of that Taric ulti, as SK are just fearless in pushing forward there.
Because there's no damage yet. Like, they blew everything on that Corgi and he's not even about to die. Rakan still has heal.
That said, GX were able to get the first Drake, so they're ahead in that objective at the very least, even if they had to concede a blue they weren't too excited about. And if Isma can get something done here on the top side, grab a couple of these grubs, definitely gives overall favor to GX in terms of those objectives. Side lanes are still going to be hard, though, so I don't think grubs are insane value for GX in this game, because I just don't...
They're really high value in the sense that you're denying them from the enemy team.
Yeah, from the Yone Rise side lane team.
Yeah, so just making sure that Yone won't get these grubs feels really nice for Isma. And it's a good punish for the fact that SK invested so much into this bot side. And then Skeen still had to clear his own bot side camps, so he was not having any tempo to actually contest this grubs. So it ends up being just 3 grubs now for Giant X. They got the first Drake as well. So the first objectives in this game going over to the side of Giant X, despite leader being able to pressure so much in the mid lane.
And looking ahead now towards the next big dragon fight, as first items will definitely be there for the side of SK. That Blade of the Rune King crucial for the Yone. So you can find a bigger advantage as Alpha's caught out a little bit, but Noah not in a position to follow
Smartest analyst. Heard there's a ex-pro player top laner, Swedish. Yeah, Finn, yeah, that guy.
Power shot at the very least from Jackie's ultimate.
Heard he's pretty smart.
Every time leader dashes onto him, he wants to try to trade back, but even despite being able to push him into tower,
Is the reason not low elo. He enlightened me with his brain.
Good spot to be in. And it's
Oh,
surprisingly quiet
it's a
game
face check.
0-0, although Wonder might be in trouble now. The flag and drag comes
killing.
out. Wonder knows that's the last piece
Like
of CC, so
someone
he will just
times
walk
comes
away.
here and says hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always int when he does because he makes me like I have to perform then. He's my coach. I have to show him how good I am, and then I just run it down. Would be better if he just shuts up. He can type when I'm not in game. Yeah, so rude.
And it's really just, again, going to be tough if SK are the ones who are winning in the side lane, who are going to be able to move on to the objective first. Because if they're starting the fight off, if they're getting that Cosmic Radiance, the Taurik ultimate down, the equalizer, so much of that damage, that burst that is really going to make this composition for GX work, it's going to fall apart. Isma at the very least shadowing bot side, maybe hoping to get a little bit more down.
Yeah, Isma hasn't had much opportunities to really impact the map this game. It's a much slower game that I think Giant X would normally be comfortable with. As they look to trade a little bit on bot lane here, but SK
not the best trade for Yoppa.
But Mickey will just heal him up on the wave, but Isma, meanwhile,
or SK is gonna lose first 2 Drakes and grubs, no right?
On the way, maybe looking for that 50-50 flashback over the wall from Isma. Neither jungler involved in the pit, but his leader gonna ult right into the fight. Still, Skeen's marked up, and he's vulnerable. Leader might not be, but it doesn't matter because Jun's the only one on top of him. Flash out from Jun.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Turn their sights now to the Drake.
Alright, my white.
We're going a bit too deep there, but it ends up just being a free Drake for them as they're able to force Isma and Jun out and get both flashes burnt. But I really felt like Giant X had a little bit more in the tank there that they could have reached for with Noah moving as well. But Isma, after getting engaged upon, thought he just had to escape to the fields and ends up dropping the Drake, going for his top side. Jun already recalling, looking to pressure top side of his own.
Leader continuing to play aggressive here. Remember, Isma has no flash. Leader has no ultimate, but it doesn't.
It's so hard. Like Isma can't really help Jackie.
I wanna play Yon. He can't really.
And doesn't actually change the outcome whatsoever.
I don't know how strong he is as a blind pick, and it's so hard to play as well.
I think this is one of the difficult things about playing against what is this flex pick here, is that he thought he was playing into Ryze, right? He thought he'd have some angles where as fast as Ryze is, you're going to have some pretty easy EQ angles. You're going to be able to trap him in the ulti.
Yeah.
Instead, now he's facing down this Yone, and we've seen this a lot over this weekend especially. A lot of Jarvans getting picked, a lot of times in situations.
Oh, this looks so
where
sad.
oh, we are.
If he had Eve for just a little bit longer.
Solo killing Jackie's there. One more auto, one more Q probably would have done it.
Yeah, Leader holding on to the flash there, deciding not to use it.
Yeah, the timer ran out.
That Jun was a little bit closer with the Rakan. He is really dominating this lane, and as you said, Dracos, I think Jackie's is not so happy about this matchup.
Can you Q flash with your own? You can, right?
Really good flex pick from SK.
It's like Yasuo.
A lot of dividends, as Wonder is still doing quite decent in the top lane, pretty much equal gold, and it allowed Leader to get this counter pick on mid.
I love you on a zero matchup.
And I gotta say,
it's one of the
it really does feel like this Ryze
the lanes that for sure is here for you, not others.
And I'll be honest, I'm a Corki hater.
Like Rihanna is pretty rough.
A bit of a Corki hater. It's just hard because we've seen Noah be a massive carry force for the team, but this Corki pick doesn't really
played a lot of Aurora Yon.
Hasn't been a dominant laning phase for him.
It's also pretty rough, but it's playable for sure.
But he hasn't really been able to do much to affect the game thus far.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Dracos. I'm also a Corki hater. Maybe Noah could be one to prove me wrong. We'll see in the later game team.
I imagine Victor being with this here. It's not that strong.
Same amount of HP. But
against Melis.
Even though Leader's trades aren't the best, he has that Vamp Scepter, so he can always heal back up on the wave, and he's always the one.
I meant did the carry for many years.
And Giant X,
and they role swapped, like officially role swapped at the start of this year, but played mid for both a year.
That's going to be the next objective that both teams really want to fight over, as the game is so close.
I saw that Yon is actually Esther here, no? He wins against both side laners.
You now see a bit of a swap here. TP up to the top side from Jackie's.
You think you're better mid than AD carry? I think because of game knowledge, my mid lane has a higher ceiling.
Opening up easy access to that Herald, and
but it's hard for me to measure. Like, I know more about both lane matchups, so you would say I'm a better AD carry because I know more about the role. But I also think I have a higher win rate playing mid lane, and I also have
inbound
Yeah.
and take him away, but a lot of cooldown.
It's hard to say. I'll just have to see by LP.
But I have to throw some criticism.
If I can get
here because
challenger
Ren
on
is
maids
also 2
this
versus
year,
3 with Skins and
I'm
Leader
a
going
better
in.
millionaire
The
than AD
Dynamics
carry.
look so flustered. They're not
It's
good
hard.
at
There's no
taking
way
the
for me
fight
to
well.
measure
They
except
had
for
the
rank,
Jarvan
so
ultimate, they had the Rakan W.
I just have to
They're
beat
starting
my
to
my
get
AD
there
carry
on that
rank.
now, and with Vi and Jone having no ulti, SK probably have to
I
drop
got
it, but they
top
really want to
150
contest
with
and
AD
move
carry,
into the top side here.
but it was a while ago. It was like 3 years ago. So I'm normally Grandmaster on AD carry. I'm pretty consistently high Grandmaster as well. So I need to at least get high Grandmaster on mid once. Sheesh. They're sweeping the floor with GX.
Oh my god, Mickey, that was disgusting. He starts the fight, they don't have a Vi ult, he still finds the angle, and then he doesn't even die. He finds the stun.
Yeah, I was like 550 LP from Grandmaster on the West last year. No, end of last season. That was my peak then. I didn't have enough time to climb because we had competition, so I had to travel and stuff. Wow, they are. The staff's not happy.
Pleased on that one, can feel it slipping out of his grasp. Probably frustrated. The players have been a little bit indecisive, and it's just not something you could afford against a Taric. Yeah. If you're not certain, if you don't put all your cooldowns where it counts, you're not killing anyone. That's exactly what we saw in the fight outside of Yopa, who Noah luckily was able to burst through, but that is a consolation prize at best. Is now
one more game after this, and then to play.
Extending their goal lead up to 4,000, and not looking like the underdogs much at all today, are they?
No, I mean maybe the analyst desk knew something that I didn't.
How can GX win this game? Let's think.
So damn good. I feel like they got everything that they wanted.
Corki needs 2 items.
And he's looking so damn comfortable, and Wonder on this rise as well.
Asir needs to scale, but he's kind of struggling right now, so don't really know how to help him.
Way more than I could anticipate. It looks so difficult now.
They can still give next Drake.
To outplay SK, but they're the ones getting outplayed time and time again. It's Leader.
Ulti through, just hoping to find a solo kill, push back, but he's immediately going to snap away at Skeens on the way down. Jun, I don't think you can stop this one, but he's going to try anyway. Mickey tanking the tower means they at least grab one. Jun retreating right as the cease and desist comes up. Mickey waiting for a bit more time on the stun. Will catch Jun in the meantime. Does drop to the tower, but it's 2 for 1.
Okay, that was pretty clean.
2 for 1 in favor of SK.
And Jun desperately wants to try to save his mid laner, but Leader is absolutely dominating this.
They can't really cross map on Rise either if he has ult.
And there's no return play for Isma as he's sadly getting a blue buff, which doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things, as SK are continuing to
GX have to really cover the Asir so he can scale, because he needs items if they're gonna win.
Big difference, but Leader's got a fully completed second item, as does Yopa.
It seems a bit over. Yeah, it does seem over. I'm just trying to think how they could win if they could. GX doesn't even outscale. Yeah, they're only like scaling. Wincon is Asir and he's so weak right now.
And Skeens has such an easy time just ulting in with Mickey always backing him up with that Taric.
Angst would choke against what though? They have no one to catch. Leader will never be alone, because he's the main character. They will always fog Leader. You can't catch Rise. You can't catch Hinata.
The number of viable targets in this game for Isma to go on are few. There's just nothing. You can see 7-2 the kill score. It's SK completely running the map.
Yeah, they get full control of the bot side here. As SK are moving in with Wonder as well at the helm.
Maybe if SK dive.
Levels up on Jun.
And it doesn't work out.
This is one of the things that is really frustrating about playing.
I guess SK have to make really big mistakes.
Veteran players with a ton of experience, especially in playing strong side lane comps. So while normally you could kind of bet that a team at 3 and 5 is just gonna throw in a 1-3-1 situation, like Wonder and Mickey have done this for so long across so many rosters that I just don't think it's likely to happen.
Oh, Wonder looking for a pick onto Lot here. He just gets legs chopped off by the Rumble slow, so he's not able to actually get onto him whatsoever. Interesting enough, he went the Ionian boots. I was thinking maybe he'd look to go the Merc Threads or the Swifties even, just for the Rumble slow. But even without that, just with the face rush, he's been completely fine against this Rumble. And now at level 16 and team fights, it's so difficult to imagine any world where Giant X can actually win.
Uh-oh.
He's fine.
You can see, though, that Jackie's has learned. He immediately started running.
He's not fighting anymore. He's not trading back. That's for sure.
I think you just got to trade waves and really be
Fast inte jag ska top zone under Benash.
Leader is strong enough that he's allowed to lifesteal off a wave, which he is, because you can't approach him. Then there is really no winning trade you can take.
Because now he's actually a long bot.
You're not going to win.
For they don't know that.
That's about the best you can hope for, and that cost Jackie's ult.
Yeah, Leader just keeps buffering these Azir ultis and making Jackie's life so damn miserable. One thing that I want to talk about, we've talked a lot about the draft this game and hyped SK up. I think one thing that we're seeing in this game is the weakness of Jarvan. I think we've seen Jarvan a lot picked quite early in the LEC, but when you're up against this team that has so many dashes and so much mobility, Jarvan is really homeless. It's really hard
Jarvan
to
is
find
homeless,
any sort of
yeah.
angle to actually make actions happen, because if he goes onto Yoppa, Yoppa has the ulti and the dash. If he goes on to Leader, well, Leader has 15 dashes. If he goes on to Skiens, Skiens has 15 dashes.
What else could they have picked if not Jarvan?
Wukong? Well, they're so tanky that
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like the right
Wukong is good here. Would have been good here.
But
definitely has the Leaders hovering
If it was open.
care about overgrouping here. But again, this is
They're committing everything to kill this Yon.
Even while Wonder is pushing, Leader gonna get a quick flash out, so flash traded.
They're so desperate.
Leader, the knock-up gonna go through on the 3. That was a little bit psychotic. Snaps back.
They doesn't give a fuck. Ah, I can't say that, sorry. He doesn't give a freaky off. He wants blood.
The Drake probably just a 50-50 now. This is really messy, but Wonder is now on the way. So many crucial ults are now missing.
Giant X can't contest. That was the one opportunity that felt like Giant X could have had after Leader used all of his spells there. But they just
Well, not very specifically, but you should not curse.
Not able to actually punish it, and that's now 3 Drakes for SK. 6,500 gold lead. Wonder at level 7.
Because I'm a professional.
Mid tower and continuing to farm up.
And he has Actualizer.
Most of the well, then they're breaking the rules.
He hasn't even participated in half the fights. He's so fed.
Yeah.
And Jackie's, unfortunately, I think
they're setting a bad example.
Can really approach, although he's trying his luck with Wonder. The good news is there's enough burst damage coming out of
While Dominic couldn't curse, then he wouldn't speak. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't watch his streams.
I think now the problem is that ideally the comeback plan for Giant X would be make a pick happen on side, try to get a numbers advantage, but it's actually Skiens that is the one pressuring Jackie, so that might open up for Isma.
Cosmic Radiance force, really long cooldown on that ulti. Jun now hoping to follow up his Leader's force.
Bye, Mickey. Bye, bye.
That's a good pick, but can
they should start Nash and Force. No.
It's not enough. Tier 2 for Wonder.
Aren't they just gonna bleed?
Right back into SK's favor. They use 2 ultimates. All they get is a kill on Mickey. It's not good enough.
Maybe not.
It's not good enough.
It's very risky.
The bounty, though, will help balance things out a little bit at the very least. Noah getting closer to completing a 3rd item, 2.5. The armor pen is there. Yeah, it's still tough, but it's a start of something potentially for GX. Sad they couldn't transition it into more, but again, SK so far ahead that
What is ultra red fantasy?
Doesn't really give you access to that crucial Baron.
The split is impossible to predict aside from KCP losing. I think one could predict the G2 loss yesterday. Because they have a history of losing against underdog teams. And Los Ratons are on a streak, you know.
They're just not gonna have the firepower to actually match their.
But other games, yeah, they're pretty chaotic.
So no one needs to be the one to really turn up the heat if Giant X are gonna be able to mount some sort of comeback here.
You can see Isma spending a lot of time just waiting in the brush there.
Burger making time. I'm actually getting hungry.
Doesn't have anywhere to go. said homeless, and I think that's apt. You know, he just doesn't.
Oh,
He's just gonna
oh.
wait. He's gonna pray that he doesn't get spotted. In this case, he isn't. And
Okay.
hope for that
I
miracle
understand
flank
now.
that
Sausage-tron too. I'm not gonna go out to.
GX back in
Nah.
control.
Yeah. And the problem is you'd really want to look to engage on this mid lane to try to force out Yoppa.
I don't have energy for that.
Noah.
And
The fact that they don't have a mid tower,
I don't want to eat another sausage.
mid tower that he can always hug.
Yeah,
I'd rather
I
buy
feel like
a
even
rice
if you kill
ball.
Yoppa, you're not so far ahead that you can risk grouping yourself up in the Baron pit.
Okay, I think if you kill Yoppa, you have to start Nash.
I mean, you have
Not
to.
even
Yeah,
doing
I just
just
don't-
position.
lose
Yeah,
game.
it's what we were talking about before, that they have to scale
You're
with
right,
us
and this
there,
is the
but
point that they're in. They're so far behind that if you get a small advantage,
yeah.
you kind of have to gamble it all to turn it into something greater. Yeah. Third item
If
for Noah,
SK
maybe
get
that's
Nash
the
for free,
difference,
then
although I'm
I don't
deeply
see how they
concerned
ever
with the
win.
GX roster that Leader's about to finish his as well.
Asiak is
Yes,
underperformed.
that Infinity Edge, that's a huge
I feel like
spike
he's
for
always
Sione.
just been
Leaders
your
looking to split this
average
down the bot
LEC
lane
mid
here.
laner.
Crucially, he does have no teleport. He opted for the exhaust. That is one avenue of attack that I would love to see Giant try to exploit here. As after Jackie's pushes in this bot wave, he could look to TP to his team. So if Isma can find an engagement,
I wouldn't say he's playing bad this game.
The pinks are coming out. I think they know. They've recognized that they need to get something done right
His
this
Thanos
second,
in
but
Screams,
with
well.
it split,
Screams
they
are
don't find
fake
the angle, and
data.
SK, rightfully so, back away.
Yeah.
Despite waves being in a close state,
Teams
there's an
play
argument they
different
could
in
walk into the
Screams.
river. They just don't even try, recognizing they don't have access to that TP, that Leader won't be able to join.
Yeah, with Yoppa having that mid tower to protect him, it's just so damn difficult to make anything happen. As you see Mickey and Yoppa just hugging their towers until Leader's able to push out bot. And now SK get full
LEC has some
control of
really
this
good
top side
mid
once
laners
again.
right now.
Constant pressure.
Yeah,
here.
compared to
Able to get these waves in first. They can try to
2-3
match
years
Wonder,
ago.
but
That's true.
again, it really does feel like GX are very aware that they get one real shot at forcing these plays, unless SK make a big mistake. So don't want to take
Same
it,
for
because
AD
it can
carry.
guarantee that opportunity to get
AD
on
carry player quality has gone up.
Now we have a standoff. Yeah, a little standoff in mid here.
Some good poke. I mean, Jack's getting a lot of poke into Yoppa.
Yeah, but forced back. And SK get full control of this mid wave as
Knock him on
Isma.
the Skeens. Does have the GA. Cosmic Radiance going down.
Okay.
He's gonna get resurrected. We'll come right back up. John gonna start off with
That's
the
a bit
ultra.
messy.
In the meantime, Wonder off on the side. Leaders finally arrived. But this is a damn good fight.
Is
for
this
GX.
the throw?
Leader trying to turn it back to immediate damage.
Oh my god.
This is the throw. Oh, it's the throw.
Are you kidding me? They found the angle.
Oh my god, Giant X found the miracle. They get 4 kills.
How we have to watch that replay. Yes, Vi went too deep, but then
Get
what?
the GA instantly. They're going on to Nash as well. This is a complete comeback for
Oh, the score getting is so funny. It's the eggs on his
If they
W.
can secure the Baron as well, things feel so good. 10 seconds on Mickey, 14 seconds on Skeen. Surely they can burn it down. Yoppa sticking
Anyways.
around, no ulti.
Yoppa has really high damage here, but Noah dashing forward.
Back away.
I respected
Confidence.
the attempt.
I mean, I respect it, but
But it wasn't,
He has to
that
try.
wasn't it. And hey, there's the Corky damage we were waiting to see. Jackies can do more than enough.
I mean, Noah with the 3 items, he's able to carry the fight there alongside his team.
But no, it was
So we'll
just
probably get a replay here after Ginex will secure this now.
it was just Vi getting
That's a huge
like engaging alone. Jon was not in position. Look at Jon and Vi this fight, where they are.
EQs onto Skeens, and crucially, they're
Okay,
able to
Leader
take
can't
down
connect
before the
here.
Miracle, so he immediately goes into
Now
the
Taric
fight.
ult is
And
useless.
Jun immediately charms in and then gets onto
Jun
Leader
can't
as
hit.
well. And even though Leader gets a good ultimate and the Q3,
Like this fight was pretty much a 3v5
the rest of the backline with the ultimate, and it's just a
without
great fight
Taric
for
ult
Ginex,
as well.
and a not so happy Leader. And a not
And
so
you can
happy
see-
coaching staff.
Like
Well, I
Vi
think
was not
rightfully
in the
so, but you can
fight.
see the perfect storm
Yoppa
that
was not in the
happened for Jax
fight
to get that
because
fight.
he could not do a
Finally,
single out
the
of this
ultimate
fight
on the lot, great
with his
equalizer
front
to
line
show.
being dead.
Leader commits into it, Mickey commits into it, and essentially they just run into all of the damage that was
Yeah.
supposed to be unreliable in the face of this Yone that wasn't supposed to work against so many mobile champions. But GX don't
Let's
hesitate.
blame
You know, the second they
Skins.
see that angle, they really make it work. And credit again to Jun, the hero of that fight. Noah and Jackie's doing most of the work in terms of damage, but Jun the one who really kicks things off.
Well, there was the throw we talked about where it was the throw that they had to do. Now Jackis is 3 items. He's actually strong.
Completely equal.
Noah is 4 items. He's an entire item up.
Giant X want to try to get a few more
Look at
towers.
this
They
gold
really
lead
wanna
on
go
mid.
for the
There's no
tier
gold
2
lead on
comp.
mid anymore.
But Wonder with his pressure in this bot side, able to continue split pushing. Might need to answer Wonder's threat.
Good damage from Noah, at least a little bit of poke. Yopa has...
Now SK have to
Okay,
play
maybe Yorzy is
1-3-1.
That was quirky. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. Sorry, is that Collector 4th item?
Yeah, I don't know. It's meta. People do it all the time on Corki. It makes no sense.
I mean, this man knows what he's about. And it's
Like
getting
3x has a
money
team
and
fight comp.
finishing the kills.
Only
He only
Tarek
wants
is
that, to work out for him.
superior team fighter.
SK going to do their best to hold the line. Of course, relatively short range without Wonder there to clear the waves. Wonder continuing to be a thorn in their side.
Oh, wait a second.
I think he's dead.
Oh no, Jackie's.
Oh, the flash away. Oh, is Wonder going to keep going? Oh, no.
What was that?
No.
Now Giant X need to base desperately here as SK will continue to chase them down. Oh, that's a Baron Nashor play gone.
If Yak is flashed
It's a roughie for Jack.
to make the ult reach,
Yeah. Happens to the best of us,
it might have been a solo kill.
I hope for his sake.
If he didn't, or Dryce has the ult out. Wouldn't he have the ult out then?
Pretty bad, yeah.
Wasn't that just a lose-lose
Especially
situation?
there, if Jackie's is able to kill Wonder, his team can just continue playing aggro on the side lane. They can get that tier 2 and actually get a gold lead of
You
their
blow
own.
flash
Now the gold lead just goes right back
and trade it for Ice ult, or
Yapa finishing off, armor penetration.
you die.
Lord, Lord Dom's on the way, and a QSS was immediately picked up after that previous fight to stop Leader from getting chain CC.
He has
to make sure
misjudged
he
his
can
ult
kind of
range.
snap out, even if he
That's
does,
about it.
or is unfortunate enough to get caught by a recon charm or something else.
Yeah, it's an interesting QSS because it is, as you said, only the recon charm. But
It's not a
paying
big
his,
deal, it's just that he
respects
loses
there to
flash.
Jun, as he's been crucial and really clutch in
Dying
this
is
game to find
not
this much needed CC for Leader. And now with that QSS, he doesn't have to worry about any CC.
Yeah, and the MR in general, of course.
Yeah.
Jackie's in a lot of overlapping magic damage there.
That's true.
But we'll see, because a lot
Should
of
Wonder
earlier
really
fights, right, was so
go
clear, SK were able to initiate,
magic
were
pen
able to
here?
just get
Wouldn't
all
it
their
have been
ultis
better
down
to just
do
have
a lot
def
of
cap
work,
already?
were punished when they
It's not like
kind of
GX
picked
have
the wrong
MR.
moment. But now it looks like they're once again in the driver's seat as they got 4 people stacked on the bottom side and no one in position to respond from GX.
Yeah.
So free tower there.
I was thinking SK would just fully send it there and go for the inhib as a 4-man, but they decide to back off, and Giant X do the same. So it's kind of like a chicken situation where both sides are a bit too scared to continue the fighting going, as both SK and Giant X now look to regroup and fight over this Cloud Drake. Soul for SK, Giant X need to deny it at all costs here.
GX at least able to fight for mid control. SK set up to play to the bottom side of the map. They have a little bit of deep vision. You can see near the wolves to maybe set up around this big fight.
Isma's on a flank here. He goes into the pit already.
Has the GA.
It's gonna be big rumble ult.
Leader Q3 ready to go, holding it as long as he can, but obviously very easy to stack back up. Lot also waiting over the wall. They really haven't marked the flank.
Noah wants to find some
Okay,
good poke
he
here
found
with
the
these Corki
rumble.
rockets.
Leader has spotted Lot. Lot now backing away. Jun ready to kick the fight off. Has caught Leader. Leader trying to make his way out. Will ulti across.
Oh, it's a disaster.
Off. SK trying to get his fight going. Wonder doing a lot of work.
Yopa?
But again, it's Jun with the knockup just in time. Yopa has to make the difference, but GX standing tall in the fight.
I mean, Korg is dead. Come on, Yopa. Yopa can carry this.
Yopa in the midst of the team. Does he
Yes,
have enough to get the work done? It does not look like it. GX stands strong. The 4-man core. Denying.
Grenade carry would carry that.
Giant X have all the right pieces. They're looking to end the game.
Grenade carry
Deja vu for Yopa
would
as he's facing
flash
down 4 members and Lot is looking to run him
the bottom
down.
side of the Drake pit to reach Asir. Because he was forced to only hit Rumble and they would never win the fight that way.
When it mattered most, they stand it strong. They denied SK their combo. They denied Leader the Yone plays, and they dominated in the fights. GX
Yeah,
taking down
I mean,
SK.
Skins is gonna get
Felt like a
flamed.
miracle worker, but Giant
Skins
X
is gonna
found
get
the
flamed.
ultimate miracle and were able to come back in this game despite a 7,000 gold lead.
They don't even look happy
It was
about this
hard
win.
fought, tooth and nail.
I'm sure they're not
Giant
even
X,
happy.
well, they don't
They're just
fully
relieved
secure
right now.
playoffs. Only in 1 out of 65,000 scenarios do they not make playoffs after this win.
And of course, you can vote for your player of the game, Jackie's, Noah, or Jun at LEC on
Player
X.
of the game this
I don't
game.
think either team walks away happy about this game.
That's for sure.
But one of these teams walks away victorious, and in this race for playoffs,
Noah
frankly,
maybe.
that is all that matters.
And I think as audience,
He kinda carried the
because it
fights
started off as kind of a
to some
boring game. It
extent.
seemed like SK was just gonna stomp, but in LEC,
But Yun also
nothing
played well.
exactly seems.
Or like,
And
I think yeah, he was at the right
It's
place.
the name of the game.
That it is.
Oh, I love their
What we've
jacket
learned
so
more importantly is
much.
that despite the early game seemingly convincing us that our analysts are correct, they were also wrong.
True. That
True.
makes me happy as well.
There you go.
Perfect.
It's about the little things, the little victories. We're going to head to a quick break. When we return, more League of Legends action. Don't go anywhere.
Best caster? I don't even know half the caster names. I mean, Noah has aura, that's for sure. Noah has so much aura. Tarek are too late. Yeah, but also like how he can't just use it before the fight, then GX would just back off. So yeah. You can also say Jon just went in too early. If he went in 2 seconds later, it would have been fine, right? Okay, Navi, Nostraton's up next.
He doesn't like that. Look at him, he's a good boy, but he don't like
So yeah, like SK could have still come back to this game after that throw. Yeah.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Now, you know how we're talking about Lost Ratons having momentum? SK have the opposite of that. I'm sure they went in expecting good results in this split. It's not going that well. Now they're like at the end of the split. It's not going that well. Yeah.
I can't wait to show you what I have in store. And
But maybe they'll have like a mental reset after the split. Or they make it to playoffs still. Somehow. Because they're still like we're only in February, and they're professionals, so I hope they can bounce back. Only Younglers and AD Carry is some player of the game. Okay, I'll do ad break now, so we don't miss anything. Does Leader have better mental than solo queue? I have no idea, but when I faced him in met him in solo queue last year, he didn't. Like I've said this before, but when I face, I never check LoL Pros or OPGG, but if I face someone that plays like, that runs it down, or completely 1v9s, or just plays kinda weird, I check afterwards. Or if they flame me. If they flame me, I always check. So, yeah. He did not 1v9 when I found him in solo queue. Alright, Fura, have fun. No green acid. Did they work with... No. I didn't work with anyone in Resolve when I just existed there. It is a huge area. Like you can watch my YouTube video about my comp experience if you want. I do mention my time at Resolve, but I basically did nothing there. And it's not the org's fault entirely. The league got cancelled and then I was a substitute, but didn't do anything as a substitute. I don't know why I was a substitute. Yeah. I would have pushed to watch scrims and stuff if I guess understood the value of it more. Or even partake. But so I didn't, so I can't be angry about that.
Welcome back, everybody, as GX took down SK. It didn't
He's still
look like
minute
this
carry now.
until it did. Actually, it was a crazy game here, but I just want to follow up on the expectations that we had ahead of this game. You were wrong.
Bro, that tweet from Nemesis has gone super viral.
Yeah,
they were winning up until they weren't. I feel like it's pretty clear.
That's a classic.
It's a classic.
Close doesn't give you W's, and that's why you suck at soloq, VIT, but that's not important here right now. Talk us through how they made it happen.
Okay, so we need to appreciate the ambition from SK because they did bring out the Tarek.
It's a bit perverted.
Tarek is because now we have this fight at the Herald. So if you keep it paused for a little bit, as Tarek, you want to look for triggers.
I don't know, I
get your ultimate ahead of the fight so you don't get caught. So the triggers
I did not like I understand that it's funny, but it gave me images in my head that I did not want. And so I found it not so appealing through it.
The Javan engage comes in, Rakan, albeit a little bit late on the Tarek ultimate, he found one of those
And now it's a meme. Now it's everywhere.
A lot of space. So the key is in these fights that you need to be kind of proactive.
I mean, perverted tweets just do well, like, what can I say?
And then execute on it. So now
being a little gooner is
somehow he managed to out-tank a rumble,
OP.
and it's all great and done. But
I do not want to add it, or well, what is it actually?
When it all starts going wrong for SK, because in this fight, the onus is on GX. They need to find a way to desync the Tarek and not be able to find this reactionary ult. So
like when I post about pegging, I hope people don't like visualize me pegging someone.
All of a sudden, the team fight already starts without Tarek being able to find the ult. The ult goes on the GA, and now they feel a lot of pressure to walk forward and make use of this Tarek ult, but already...
Just a picture of the tweets. Oh, no, I'm good.
SK was in a situation where they needed to leverage their side lanes, and I think when you're going up against a Jarvan, Rumble, Azir, you got to remember that just in the straight front-to-back team fights, especially around that dragon,
I'm good.
for both sides, it was much easier for GX to ultimately execute. And once they figured that out, once they were able to bait the Tarek, as Odo was saying, it just became a much easier game. So credit to GX, they managed to adapt as the game went on and was able to climb their way back into the game, and it was a valuable win for them because now while they haven't locked playoffs, they've basically locked playoffs. Yes. So
out of 65.
Someone the tweet was kiss something about kissing and doing missionary raw being witchcraft because yeah, it's so amazing, you know. That was the tweet. I'm gonna stand up for bits. We've been sitting for 2 hours.
One of the biggest runs we've seen in Europe in ages. Taking down Heretics, taking down Shifters, MKOI. Oh my god, G2 yesterday though. That was the big one.
I mean, it was
Los Ratons, your jacket looks kinda like G2 jacket did
but it's important to remember that the best teams
last year.
Will still showcase that consistency even in a best of one. And
what is even G2 jacket this year? I haven't seen it. Let me check.
Like, it wasn't just
G2 merch.
It was KOI into G2 back to back. And while you can always sit there and challenge, okay, well, they got a lucky win against Shifters, they only beat Heretics.
Pro
At a
kits.
certain point, the excuses have to run out.
They don't have a new one.
Or
what?
G2 and in impressive fashion as well.
And it's been amazing growth because being there, you know, I've been there, you know, all the screens behind the stage. I know how dark it gets, you know, and I know how snowbally the emotions used to be with this squad. But now, you know, being 0-4 and starting to rack up wins against, you know, the most...
I hate this crop top, by the way. It's literally just the jersey, but cut. I know Colombo really wanted it though, she loved it. I don't know. It's weird to me.
I did think that the way in which they got wins was actually going to be in the latter half of their schedule. I thought that this game today against Na'Vi would be the one, can they actually contend some of that middle of the pack, top of the pack teams. But now, given we've seen what SK has shown us based on their performance this weekend, we know that Vitality is on the rise. Like, it's a
They
very
just not
interesting
release a
situation
jersey.
for LR to be in,
jacket.
because the road ahead, I mean, it looks very realistic for them to make it to playoffs.
It looks like a really even matchup, honestly. Makes me really excited for this game today. On the other side, Navi
Looks weird, yeah. I would imagine it would make more sense to do like a new design for it rather than
what they played yesterday,
the
dream for Sivir
just taking the normal jersey and cutting it.
Criticism was like, what can they do outside of Village? Well, now they're showing because
You play Manamune Kassadin? No. Only playing champions that I have played. Predictions. Yeah, I've been turned. I think LR will win.
And I think that this game today is super important as well, because you see their schedule ahead of them. I mean, of course, LR has already beaten the two teams that they're going to be going up against, and it brings into question how strong G2 and Core is.
I fear that if I try to pick up new champs, I'll just not climb. And I'm here to get LP, right? So... And also improve micro. And it's so hard to improve micro if you don't know how you're supposed to take the lane. Kassadin takes Erskine. I played against Kassadin actually. I picked Caitlyn mid into it, and he did not have fun. That's all I'm gonna say.
We've seen teams get it, but then they lose it, and I think that experience difference is something that they have to be very cautious of, because when you
that push-up bro is putting in overtime for me, but I don't have cleavage. Do you know what a push-up is? Do you know what a push-up bro is? Are you stupid?
And I feel like the social media manager got it right. You just set up traps.
My bad. You're right. My bad.
Those traps are for Bousy proxy, you know. It is always going to go back to Bousy. Is he going to have a great game, or is he going to get caught in the rat poison?
Well, let's see if Navi has something to tell us about the game. As
I love when men talk about things they have no idea about. Are you guys gonna teach me about like period pads next, or what size tampon I should use?
So here the interview is. Can you let us know what your keys to success has been in these last couple of days?
Like, I can't tell what an oversized bra looks like because I'm a woman.
Like keys, playoff. I want to go playoff.
Okay. Well, to get to playoffs, you have to.
But I don't think men can tell.
4-0 so far. You know, they've been winning game after game after game. Well, how do you think that's gonna go?
I think we're gonna win.
All right, thank you so much. And with that, we're ready to head over to our caster. So, guys, take it away.
First time and last time, yeah.
Thinks he's gonna win. Thinks he's gonna win. Does not think he's gonna lose.
Does not think he's gonna lose. Kills.
Does not think he's gonna tie either.
Okay, I guess it's starting soon, so let's do the break.
Could always tie.
Could always tie. It's never happened in the history of League, as far as I know. But today,
yeah.
Again, we're in the
next you guys are gonna tell me women can't link the periods.
Not as far as scoreboard is concerned. The LEC versus timeline is a weird one.
Yeah. I mean, now as the Lost Retones,
My Dark Grenade carries have so much aura. They're just better. That's why.
I would say that the bans that I believe Vitality should be doing here is Sion.
Pontus, you're gonna get perma-banned if you continue.
I think those are all really fair call-outs.
I will not read it.
And he said he thinks they're not gonna ban Mundo, so maybe he knows something I don't. Let's see.
I trust my own experience more.
Yeah, we have proprietary information here. We'll wait.
Anyways, you're a weirdo for reading about that, freak.
Alright, here we go. And Sion and Vars are banned. Okay, we're all caught up now. We're all at the same point in the draft.
Who do you think is gonna win Queen? See, finally we have like good chatter, good new chatter. I think Lost Retones will win. But actually no, I'm cheering for them as well. I want them to make playoffs. I also want Navi to make playoffs. I like Navi. Okay, finally someone's banning Mundo against Lost Retones. Their Mundos looks really obnoxious. It's just a strong early pick that works in most comps.
For Navi, because banning that Anivia, Nemesis had an absolute fantastic game up against Caps on the Rise.
Does Navi have first pick? I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, they have first pick. They're forcing the Rise ban. And if they get the Rise ban, they're gonna pick Azir.
Maybe Nemesis just wants to ban it out, but they ban out the Azir. instead.
Yeah, they choose to give the Rise. I wonder if they will play Talia into it. I didn't see Nemesis play Talia.
First pick. And then that also sets up Relech really well for his kind of more creative jungle picks. As typically, whenever you have a mid-jungle duo, you want either the mid laner or the jungler to have setup. So when Ryze has that root, that means that Relech can play champions that can capitalize on that, then he doesn't need to play champions that actually set up their mid laner.
Yeah. Relech was here yesterday. He had to listen to me.
Yeah, I think they're choosing between.
True.
Or would they even pick mid here? I don't know. They can't. You can't really early pick Cassiopeia.
Maybe Rectus will look for the Nami as well, second rotation. I mean, that's been a classic bot lane that they've been looking for.
I think they will just delay mates. Either they delay mate or they go Talia.
That they really had some good bot lanes on and really was able to actually bully lane. So when I'm looking at this,
Maybe they don't like Talia. I just like Talia. Okay, yeah, they delay mates. I think it's a good choice.
Also a pick that Lost Returns were able to win on.
Been losing your voice cremator monitor. Yeah. I'm happy for both of these teams. I hope both teams win.
Use that E. So still has a lot of tankiness in that respect and also has that global that can be oh so powerful.
But now the debate coming in from Navi, really taking their time on this pick.
And Jin is good into Caitlyn.
For some D. So Jin, kind of a lane neutralizer into this Caitlyn. The goal is to just kind
I
of
don't really.
later on in the game,
Yeah.
can outrange her with the
Rohira. Thank you.
Really too exciting if you're a Samdi fan, because it's not something that'll be too flashy. It's more about setting up his team and setting up
Stonks.
his other carries. So that I'm really looking for a spicy pick here for Relech. But I think that the Rumble makes sense, honestly. Rumble Jin, just an old
really classic pairing. Caitlyn obviously
What would Boss play into Rumble? Kled is not good, surely. I know Boss has Cassandra games, but I haven't seen him pick it in LEC. Oh, okay.
I mean, this is a rare Cassandra from Bausi here.
Cassandra is 1-5 in LEC, okay.
A Cassandra hater and didn't really want to pick it up, but he did play it, I think, a few games in ERLs. And yeah.
No, I mean Cassandra is the best pick here.
Into the Rumble, as it's able to actually survive Rumbles.
He played it in IRL. It's not that strange.
I like that. You just said malevolence and you just committed.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Okay, so second bans.
Okay, now we are banning.
This is, I will say that
what should they ban? Mid laners. Which mid laners though? I feel like maybe it doesn't matter. Braum ban. That means they're gonna blind support, right? Considering Reckless only plays enchanters, maybe they should ban an enchanter. That's good into their blind.
Also giving you that later on game engage, and I think it's one of Reckless's best champions. So being able to take that away, maybe Reckless will go for the Nami once again if he's feeling a little bit frisky. As it's a Nautilus ban last here from LR, just an answer of the Braum ban. We'll see what Navi decides to ban last. Nami or Nico is my prediction.
I like the Nautilus ban, obviously knowing when the
Yeah, Nico's a good ban. Do you know why LR last pick supports often? Because Reckless plays enchanters. And
Some discussions going on here. Is this actually going to be Talia?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, Talia would have been the best mate in my opinion for LR. And yeah, it's very hard to blind pick enchanters. Okay, but let's say they blind Nami here. Now Nautilus is banned, but Paris plays Pike, for example. I'm sure you may face stuff like... I mean, literally any engage support Blitzcrank as well. Not that Blitzcrank is great against Cassandra comp.
Against a Jin, this is going to feel fantastic because if you ever hit with that black hole, he just cannot play the game.
I think they're just drafting for their strength, which is... Well, you have a Caitlyn then also, which wants to be strong. So support counter pick has high value. If you blind like Mayonnaise or Corki, support is more flexible on when they can pick. Doesn't matter as much.
decide to kind of build an Exodia poke-comp to make
Bard.
miserable here, but
You
I
don't
think
really
it's
want to
gonna
play
be a good
enchanters
result.
against Bard.
We saw Humanoid with a really good game on it, and Leader with a not so great
You can
game
play
on it.
Karma.
It's gonna be
Karma's
Sin
fine
Sao
actually.
locked in here for Reletch.
I think he's gonna go Karma.
Pretty standard jungler, just wants to provide a little bit frontline for his team, a bruiser that can fight and not do much more than that. But to bring it back to the ASOL once again,
Okay.
I think if there's one player that I really trust to play this scaling mage and to get into the late game no matter what, it's really Nemesis. I think he's been such a pillar for this team, and
Yeah.
such a key to their success. And I Karma for
But you
Reletch
were
is a
right.
comfort for him. Caitlyn Karma, great laning phase. I think Lost Ratone's got a lot of the pieces that they were really looking for here. But maybe likewise for Na'Vi with Paris on the Bard, Reletch on the Sin Sao. We'll have to see.
Definitely will have to keep track of it.
If it wasn't reckless,
Extra movement speed from the Mantra E, the Defiance does mean that it's a little bit harder to connect.
they might have picked something else.
Bard ultimate. See if this Caitlyn Karma can take over bot lane or if the Jhin will have the
What do you think of new season? It's very fun, more dopamine, shorter games. I like it. You're smart, you should do this for a job. I know, right? Totally should.
See how comfortable he is and kind of the most iconic.
Azul gonna have a rough time against Bard, but he's good against all the other champions.
But you know what they say.
I mean, except Sin Sao, but it's Sin Sao, so whatever.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's what you said last game, and you're committed to making.
But I really like Karma, because you can also help your team dodge the Bard ult. That's actually a win con, just to give them moon speed to dodge it.
Run. Will it continue? Are we going to get the you are here 4-4 into 5-4 into 6-4 into 7-4? Will they take down every single opponent, or can Na'Vi be the one to slow down the momentum of these rats?
Let's go.
As we get into our third game of the day here.
Schalke no fear, the miracle run maybe never left us after all, as Los Ratones are looking to make it 5. With Caitlyn back on the board for Crowny, a great scaling mage
Insta
for
pause.
Soul.
You are cheating.
As is tradition. I feel like there's been a lot of pauses in the Los Ratones.
How do you know?
Nap time, guys, nap time. Boss is nap time.
Okay, so when Faker does it, it's aura and cool. And when Boss does it, it's nap time.
Well, I didn't see him start the process. I just immediately came out and just liked it.
Thank you.
I like how he's like,
might be saying,
it's like he's like intensely thinking right now. I was like, oh, I didn't like that trade. You know, he's like visualizing.
He's visualizing, yes.
Visualizing a good def.
Cassante, yes.
It's fine, I'll refresh.
Good def.
No delay.
Yeah, they're all visualizing.
Anyone else we can pan to production?
Thank you for staying up, Miss Streamer.
It's
It's my pleasure.
We all lock in different ways.
Which stream is ahead?
Locking in by taking
I mean, if I have a stream up for long enough, sometimes it just happens that it gets worse.
Oh, okay.
Oh, back to nap time. Nope. No napping on the Na'Vi side.
This is the most brain dead thing we've ever had.
From us, to be clear.
Yeah.
I do have an official feed, but it doesn't work. I can't get it to work.
A nap tracker, yeah.
Can check if it works.
Oh, I'm just saying. There are indicators that Los Ratones might be a little bit eepy heading into this game. That's my.
They did play late, 2 games in a row now, both against Koi and against G2. They played last match of the day, and now early.
They're up against it.
So if they lose, they can blame scheduling. So.
Yep.
I don't know if it's a unique link or something, but
throw somebody somewhere under the bus, Jack. Just do it. You don't care who's got to get taken out for you to be funny, huh? Just take anybody?
Yeah, my bad. Well,
no, you have to have sound with casters on.
Thank you all.
That's why if you watch any co-streamer, they will have casters.
Will increase as Crowny and Reckless looking to get control of.
Unless you are co-streaming in a different language.
They get control of the bot push.
Like if you're co-streaming French, you don't need to have the English cast.
Paris gets the Q.
Does it on a Somdi though?
5 gold plus 10. 15 gold.
Yeah, then there's no official stream with German casters.
You need to just a little bit. It's nothing has happened yet.
Everything has happened.
15 gold.
Nemesis gets the minion. Plus 20. 20 gold. 40 gold, man.
He's dominating the 1v1. There's no coming back. Oh, Reckless focused on. Ooh, okay, that's not a great one. Okay, so Summoner spell missing. Of course, Barrier relatively.
Yeah, well, Riot works differently depending on the region. Oh, yes, they ate that 4 shots.
Okay, a lot of trades here.
This does not look very good for LR.
He's gonna look
These
at that full
trades.
shot. Ooh, gets it. And
Or somebody just mugged Crown in these trades.
For Navi thus far.
Yeah, great trades from Navi here as Paris is continuing to land the Qs and Samdi's able to space.
Gets the flash out as well.
Tolkien is the official co-streamer.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, but maybe it doesn't count as an official cast. Although sometimes when I go on LoL Esport replays, it's his co-stream. That triggers me, because I don't want to hear German cast.
And Velia will walk behind them here. No flash onto Paris.
This is important. If this gank is successful, none of
Yeah,
those
Crown
early trades
Caitlyn is a
really
bit sus
matter.
sometimes.
But if it's not,
But also it looks very... Caitlyn has looked very strong.
Here, looking for something.
And they've been winning with it, so...
luckily for the side of Navi, Samdi does still have his flash. Relech moving bot side.
They replaced the official
chairman.
chairman.
Might start to
Okay.
wander in. Probably likes his chances in a
Then they should
1v1.
probably use that
They've
one.
also got push in the mid lane courtesy of
Other
Holy,
German
so
co-streamers.
Chaos, you know, averted for the Navi bot lane.
No one
Relech moving
betting.
in as his
Yeah,
second
everyone's
partner
poor on
for Velia.
points.
I imagine he just goes back to his top side as he will spot the red buff being taken.
It might be a crisis for Velia here as he has to drop the red buff. Crowny already basing. He might have to drop his full bot side here. So he just heads up to his own top side. I do believe this is quite favorable for Navi, as Relech is going to be able to take...
Yeah, both teams really want to play hard bot side here.
Of Velia's jungle camps, but the real loser of this is really Lost Returns bot lane, as they wanted to have a split map here to pressure this Jhin and Bard, but they were the ones who took the bad trades, who got pushed in. So Crowny had to base early, pick up a call.
At least he can afford the coal. Was able to grab enough CS, doesn't feel too bad as long as he's able to sit a little bit more comfortably with some extra healing, some extra gold income. Is Relech, not sure if he was spotted going over the wall by that ward again. We could be looking at a dive situation again. Crowny, no flash.
No flash, but it's very healthy though. So unless they
It's
get
gonna be a very
here, they should be
boring
fine.
early
It's
game.
really not the start that you're looking for with
Like,
this Caitlyn
Pantheon, Aurelion, and Solar are not gonna do
But
anything.
you still want them to be the ones getting pushed, getting good trades. But we saw it in the level 1.
Did I watch the G2 LR game? What's your take?
The Caitlyn Qs don't land.
Okay,
You don't have a winning matchup anymore.
I said it during stream, I'll say it again. As soon as I saw G2's third pick,
That really makes it so that if you
or like
make
the
one
first 3
mistake,
picks,
the lane can completely shift.
I felt like G2 draft was gonna be very hard to play. Not, you know, unwinnable, but he definitely had a rough draft. And LR played well, so...
Oh. Nice job getting the tower. Also has opted for the aftershock.
It was pretty one-sided,
Interesting.
honestly.
Normally you see the aftershock Santo only up against ranged top laners when you can't really proc the grasp, but decided to go for it even against the Rumble. I know Boss is a pretty big aftershock enjoyer, especially on the Rammus. Maybe we'll see that one day. That would be pretty
I then probably going from T1 to play for meme team. Yeah, well, that's on Fnatic for dragging him to Europe and then kicking him. I'm not a fan of that.
I mean, I've accepted that I have no idea, and I'm going to shut my mouth, because I didn't think they could beat top teams, but they did.
Yep.
So, and I also might have thought that maybe their champ pools wouldn't expand, but I've just accepted that that's probably not true anymore.
I mean, I think their champion pools are still pretty narrow.
It's
We'll have to see
Sundram.
once we leave Fearless and go into best of 3s and best of 5s, how it develops. But I do think that
So it's
they
going to go to T1 as a mid laner.
of now it's been a
Sure, but Faker's gonna retire eventually. Faker will never get replaced, he will retire. He will quit. Plus, Faker is a co-owner of the organization, so he's never gonna leave it. He will always be a part somehow. Oh, this is a 2v3 though.
Are they going to look for the follow-up here? That's the ulti down, 5 extra stacks for Nemesis.
Oh.
More damage to Nemesis, relatively low. But Rex on
Close.
the way in. Relech able to flash away. Velia's still chasing. Wants to finish off this kill onto Paris. Paris
has no flash.
No portal. Looking to sidestep here. Looks like Lost Returns already doing his kill. Nice sidestep from Paris. He's living for far too long. And they're going to get one back in return.
Don't know how worth that is, but
buys him a little bit more time to secure the 1-for-1. As Velia
Dry's got the kill.
still level 4. Relech
Probably
on
fine.
six and Kobe flashing forward.
Wow,
Forces the flash
that's
from
scary.
Nemesis. Patience. Both sides here so tense, so back and forth. Relech picking up this bot crab here as Boss is looking for. It's a class.
I think Faker's uncancelable.
We'll see if there's a rat trap that's been laid out for him.
Mostly because he doesn't do anything controversial.
I think the rat trap might have been discovered. Bossy might be in trouble.
Running, resetting. Poby has spotted him.
Yeah, he did.
Working towards that good death. Equalizer, I don't know if he needed that, but just trying to make sure.
The controversial would be that has worse food taste. I watched his video when he learned to make pasta. That was pretty nice.
Too close to Poby there. He was cooking.
He seems very Korean.
Left side.
Korean food
Maybe
taste.
he could have tried to trade 1-for-1 or at least forced main to flash as Pelia, while all of this is happening, snuck into the enemy red buff and is stealing this red buff away from Real Edge.
This is a bit of a crazy play, but he's not spotted, so it'll work out.
Yeah.
It's not spotted.
Down, definitely not ideal on the top side of the map, but it does mean Poby
Is there a lot of word that he enters to the top side?
Still though, 2 kills for him means a 600 gold lead in the 1v1 matchup mid.
Rally now able to get that red buff and the Krugs away from Real Edge, finally getting himself a little bit back in the game, as he was really far down in XP after the early game invade. Now he's pretty much equal with Real Edge, so a huge win for Los Ratones.
And it doesn't look like he was spotted by that ward that just expired either.
Okay.
So may get a little bit of extra time if Real Edge wanders up to the top side expecting a camp to be there.
Yeah, Real Edge is going to feel deja vu.
Finally, the turns have tabled, as it were. Okay, level 6 there for Crowny. Unfortunate base timing, you can see. Get a pull on the first base. Wasn't able to get the BF sword.
We have drop spawning.
Grab one for himself.
I'm curious if we'll see.
I don't think they can play it.
Like, I had this discussion today.
Like that's all this. Just wanting to scale right.
The fact that you say it under your breath makes it weird. You just say it.
And they have Cassandra top.
It's fine. It's a conversation you have.
They might just die bot instead.
Okay, but
Belia pathing also tells me they want to do a bot side play.
IE is designed is it's meant as a later game item, and whenever it's purchased as a first item, Riot nerfs it because they want it to be a scaling item. Why is it a scaling item? Because the more crit you have, the more value Infinity Edge gives you, and it has very expensive components that are not so strong. But I do agree with Crowny that sitting, like, essentially component maxing, us Draven mains, we invented this, it's just you buy a ton of components before you buy a full item, and I think that's a great idea to do on Caitlyn. So I would like him to just sit on the pickaxe, sit on the BF sword.
So often in Pro they just don't trade anything for objectives.
And then you can pick up the Infinity Edge second, and you have a much better first item spike.
Stormrazor, nice for both of these AD carries too. That extra bit of movement speed makes it a lot easier to win out on these short trades, both also with fleet.
Yep.
And is there aware when they can and cannot contest?
Does now have the BF sword and the pickaxe. Cole also stacking away, so Crowny building up a goal lead for himself. 10 CS advantage plus the Cole.
Yeah, I mean,
only going to continue to grow.
We kind of stopped watching bot lane too much as things were happening around mid and top, but while that happened, even after the shaky level 1, it's been a plate going over for Los Ratones.
How much of 20 inches?
As you said, which has been really nice for them. Alongside Reckless having that a little bit of gold.
Bye.
So, good early game thus far from Los Ratones. Crucially, Real Edge was able to pick up the
50
first
centimeters, oh.
One of the things that I feel like Los Ratones
it's a
have
big
been
hot
really
dog.
good at is stacking those drakes. So it's really good for Real Edge to deny that. And then 2 minutes now for the Mountain Dragon, and that'll definitely be the top priority for both of these teams.
Yeah, important to deny those drakes away. And I gotta say, the evolution of Los Ratones has been a team that could not make it through laning phase to a team that's pretty comfortably handling this laning phase. Of course, the gold is still slightly in favor of Na'Vi, and I may have spoke too soon as we're about to see some action on the top side. Footwork back to the boss. He didn't immediate flash. Doesn't mean he'll make it out, but kind of rough to lose the sum there.
Yeah, boss forced to use the flash. Good lane gank from Real Edge to force it. Now both top and jungle looking to base. Los Ratones in return trying to get control of this bot side, since they know that enemy jungler is top side.
Yeah, this is the nice thing about having kind of the innate advantage thus far is the second you see enemy jungle, you know you...
I wonder if they will contest second Drake though.
Yeah, good mantra Q from Reckless.
Crowny won't have 2 items.
Keep trying to stack up these individual leads. As Crowny needs
neither will Sandy.
Cash in that call, continue growing that gold
But
lead.
mid laners have 1 item.
Baus has the Q3.
Jungler's also even.
Here.
And now no longer has the Q3. Oh, he might still go in. Oh,
but he has the power of confidence.
That's an important power to have.
Stop micring. Stop micring, boss. It's carry main.
So you know, it's still chill.
You know, don't you think? Actually, we might have a fight brewing somewhere.
Hold off.
Oh.
I do think though, Jack. Thank you for checking.
Okay, what I was gonna say is, don't you think that Rumble kind of promotes technological misuse, like misuse? because he's constantly promoting you to overheat. But if you overheat your technology, Power's missed will break.
That's very true.
Nemesis is very
If
chunked
you
though.
overheat your technology, it's not going to work better. It's going to break. Or even harm could happen to you. You shouldn't do that.
True.
So maybe whoever designed Rumble should think about that one.
Yeah, but it also represents the portion of the audience that can't afford to pay for liquid cooling.
That's
You gotta
one
have the representation.
less Drake.
Sometimes
Yeah.
when you're trying to run Cyberpunk or whatever the
It's
heck,
normal though.
whatever the modern version of Crysis is on max settings, and you're.
But it feels bad to have a
sounds like
Caitlyn lane and not be able to
I
play
think
early
Cyberpunk
Drakes.
is, can it run?
Oh, never mind. We're still playing it.
Yeah, I don't know what's come out since then.
I don't know.
Something graphic. Something graphic. But yeah, Rumble's out there representing the people whose PCs sound like airplanes.
What I mean, but Rumble works better when he's overheated. And it doesn't work better.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that if I was going to hit you with a piece of metal or a piece of metal that was overheating, one of them would probably hurt more.
Okay.
Casters,
Yeah,
talk about the Drake.
Both would hurt.
Okay, we got a Drake fight here. Lost Return starting it up.
Thank you.
Sky's Ascend is there for Nemesis. They're just going to turn immediately onto Poby,
Okay.
force the flash out from him, and now turning right back to the objective. 2K, objective now getting lower. Nice initial equalize to kick things off. Curtain call coming out. Ulti goes in from Nemesis, so they find the slows, and ultimately the Drake going to Navi.
They can sound the flank. It's not so ideal.
Everyone's just taking the portal through. Boss now unstoppable. 3-man forward. Ult across the entire team. The knockup is there. The Pathmaker hits into 2. It's
Or maybe.
the follow-up, and the Rumble's going to drop in the meantime.
Okay. Fine.
But managed to trade one
It's okay
for one
at
on
least.
Escape.
And Balsi goes 1 versus 4 and gets all the flashes crucially from Navi here. So even though it's the Drake going into Navi,
I don't know
5
about
flashes
this.
burned
I feel like
for all
Boss should have just
their members,
TP'd bot,
and none of
so
their
he could have
most
front
members
lined,
ended up using the
because
flash.
here,
However, the fight starts off here as Baus is really
like
isolated.
LR can't
What
enter,
allows
and
Navi
Boss
to
is
immediately
late
pull the
because he
trigger.
didn't TP, he just
Baus
walked mids.
green here clearing this wave, and that means that
Like here, if Boss is just in front of Velia, it would be so much better now.
Time Baus is here, the Drake's already gone, Mainter flashes out, but he's still able to force so many subs. So even though this is a 1-for-1, it's a very, very good play from Baus here.
I don't know, it feels a bit like a soloq habit to be late for the objective and go for a flank when you're playing a very important frontline role.
Though, because the Drake stacking in Navi's favor are only going to make things easier. Infernal Drake as well with the Jhin Rumble team. Going to feel pretty fantastic. Now, one thing we do have to check back in on, you called attention to it earlier, component maxing for Crowny is not
It's
the name of the
pretty,
game.
you know, Cassandra specific, I guess.
Up against the Stormraiser and now
Yes.
Swifties for Somdeed, so we'll see if that decision pays off as Paris wanders down to the bottom side, maybe hoping to just find
It's just so tanky early
a
game.
bit more pressure in favor of Poby.
Nemesis might be a little bit in trouble here. Has the
Uh-oh.
Connects, walking next
Could
to
be
the tower.
tanky enough though, just the Bard Q still has to burn the flash. Really good play from Paris there as Baus is looking for his proxy, but I think this is a bad def, I'm afraid. He does get the wave, but I don't think he'll get much more than that.
Oh, it's going to be deleting the wave. Aftershock not enough to keep him standing.
Yeah, I need a scientist to explain me how that's a good def, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that one not great. Hasn't finished
It's
finished
okay.
either. I think really wants the Iceborne, but
Yeah, he's component maxing in this game. I mean, on Cassandra it makes a lot of
It's
sense because
Boss.
the more resistance you get, the less cooldown you get
yeah.
on the Q, and it also scales up a lot of your other spells as well.
fair enough. This game falling apart a little bit. Crowny's still the big strong point here. The BF sword fully stacks the
This
full
is a loss for only 15 minutes in.
Best friend sword here for Brownie.
Oh yeah.
His only friend.
What?
Nemesis has to mega carry this game, by the way.
Nah,
What are you doing?
yeah, no, I wanted a funny joke.
Like, if they
Didn't
pick
make any sense.
Aurelian Soul like this when they have a Pantheon,
He only likes
it
weapons.
better be worth it.
All right, you're still. Let's just stop talking.
Herald for Navi.
Wow, Herald for Navi.
And Reckless looks for a play onto Poby. Is
Who's
with
there?
Nemesis. No
Poby
flash
locked
on
up.
Poby.
He only has Rylai's.
Not a whole lot of damage on this dragon.
Gets 3 stacks though. That's the
Not
big
sure
thing.
when Aurelian Soul spikes, how many items in
And
it.
again, this is the struggle. We saw this same build from Humanoid yesterday. Rylai's, I think, very common. Obviously, just so fantastic with the Breath of Light. But the downside is, yeah, you need a few more items and a few more stacks before you're really going to start to hurt.
Yeah. Oh, Paris is looking here. Nemesis has no
Uh-oh,
flash. He might
this
be in
he has no
trouble.
flash.
Nemesis flying out already, but they're right on top of him. The
Oh, okay.
He do that fast.
Why not?
I didn't do the math.
Okay, to be fair, it's so hard when they're like when their hitbox is elevated, or their hitbox isn't changed, but their model is elevated. So I don't blame Paris for that one. I blame Riot Games.
No, that was a no, Jack, come on.
I mean, it's hard. You try doing it.
No one plays Aurelion Soul, bro.
Okay.
I didn't see it.
Well.
All right, calm down.
Okay, but when I was watching Lost Returns, I'm not gonna really stop. They played a lot of Nami, and Crowny kept not being able to get the traps on the Nami bubbles.
Oh,
that's the same thing, right?
That's
because
true.
the model is going up in height, but the hitbox is staying the same. So if you put the trap where the model is,
it is
not
very visually confusing.
And it's the same with Aesol flying. It's
but the Bartle is really big.
The Bartle is
If now he gets third Drake, that's very problematic.
Okay, yeah, you're right about that.
Regardless, Nemesis happy to.
Because LR needs to scale. Like they have to delay this game as much as they can, really.
Doesn't matter too much. Navi holding onto their gold lead. The entirety of their gold lead, though.
Like now we're getting early soul is sort of a income for them.
So looking
Drake,
ahead,
Infernal Drake in 30 seconds. That's the big one. That's really the big one.
Let's look at the setup. We got push in mid. Seems to be favoring Zombie for right now. Is Brownie finally going to walk up into the wave?
And a lot of traps around this mid lane.
Okay, they're going even on that. Bot lane is the big fist fight where Navi have committed more members to ensure that Kobe can at least try and get push here. Lost Returns, the previous fight didn't really work out for them, even if they were able to trade 1-for-1. They didn't get the Drake.
Yeah, they're going to be contest here through Nemesis, although he wants to base here and TP back. Maybe has that second item completed already.
What item does he have?
Blackfire Torch.
Just has a
What?
and he TPs in mid lane.
Wait. Did Nemesis just TP back after only buying an amplifying tome? Did I see that right?
Getting a little cheeky, trying to just take this Drake.
Yeah, they're starting off the Harrow.
Or did he want to be mid?
With Boss moving in from mid lane.
TP there. Ulti from Paris buys a bit more time as Nemesis is off on the
Oh, okay. Where's the Aurelion Soul flank with Santa? Oh, this looks bad. This looks bad. I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
It's a disaster for Lost Returns as Navi gets the third Drake. They're gonna get the mid tower.
So LR moved their trio, bot lane and jungle, to bot lane to play through bot when the Drake spawned. Nemesis recalls to buy an amplifying tome and TP's mid to flank, but Aurelion Soul doesn't want to flank, he wants to get resets. With setup. And now this fight is really split. I'm kinda curious what the voice comes for here. So I want to know what their plan was.
And the game is slipping out of their grasp.
Because this Drake was really important as well.
It is a comeback. But with 3 Drakes going for the side of Navi, they have a really clear win condition in 3 minutes 40 seconds.
This is the chance for Los Ratones. A 3-minute 40-second montage to stack as much as you can, to get as much money as you can, to be ready for an inevitable fight.
I've seen some Infinity Edge first items. I don't really know why.
Doesn't seem likely.
But it seems to be meta.
Especially on Jhin, Ryze, Rumble. I think there'll just be too much damage in these team fights.
Okay, why not?
Damage onto Reledge. It's not really gonna amount to much, I believe, as he'll just heal back up on the jungle camps.
That he will, that he will.
Well, this is comfort zone for Lost Returns. No?
3 minutes. This is where we expect the game to be a little bit more chill. It is hard for Los Ratones to find picks on these side lanes without support of Velia's ultimate.
Yeah.
And it's really tricky because you can see Paris, while Karma can offer a lot of utility with the Mantra Shield, etc., can be more lane dominant. At this point in the game, Bard is just so mobile, especially with the Dead Man's Plate. Can really just be anywhere.
Yeah, and I want to give credit to Navi.
Like if it's to any console, if there's to any relief, they're still outscaling, in my opinion.
And then they also still got the Ryze, a great power pick for Poby. And I think it's really shown its strength this game, as Poby's now sitting 5-0, up 2k. And this is, I think, probably the biggest mid-gap that Nemesis has faced thus far, in the sense that Poby is just having a lot more use in these team fights. And speak of the devil, Nemesis has to flash away, as Paris and Poby are holding hands and pressuring off Lost Returns' attempts.
Poby's going shifties, swifties.
A bit more than he can chew here.
That's a kill. Oh, maybe not? Yes.
there. Goes in the flash out from Reckless. Realm Warp is still there, but the portal to the wall is Paris. Now Nemesis might be in trouble as well. They all group up for Nemesis' ulti, but again, the damage just really isn't there. Nemesis still
So I guess
only
on
has
the
1.5
TP.
items. Meanwhile, Boss on the top side TPing.
Where did he TP? He TP'd behind.
Doesn't have any CC though.
It's too much. They can't do anything.
The Ryze is a problem. Yeah, I feel like his gold lead is too big now that.
Did something and ends up just falling.
Yes. Aurelian Sol is scaling. But when Ryze gets 3 items, he's gonna still be extremely strong compared to Aurelian Sol's 3 items once he gets it. And Crown is gonna need a lot of items as well to match the Ryze.
Not as important as Nemesis not having access to that flash.
Yeah, that really matters.
Caitlyn is for sure good against Ryze if Ryze can't reach her. But Ryze has Ghost, and he has Bard ult engage, he has Sin Sao, Rumble. Maybe he can reach her.
Lost Returns really need a miracle, but after last game,
Since of Carol fights using only the ult. Yeah, that is a problem.
It's never over till it's over, most certainly in the LEC, but Navi very
Pantheon has a lot of damage though.
a good job of leveraging their range in so many of these skirmishes. Paris incredibly active.
Like if the fights are slow enough, then you can always wait out the Sin's ults. I think Eller can't win and engage. They have to wait until late game. Or people will be one shots. Sure, but who are you gonna one shot? You will never one shot Sin Sao. Rumble will have Sonya's. I mean, Sonya's not good against Caitlyn, assuming Caitlyn still plays a trap.
Yeah, they want to try to contest through bot here, and this Drake is just so damn important. Valley and Baus both getting CC'd up.
TPN immediately coming in from main turn.
And you also have to get to late game.
Still in mid lane.
Which is why it's so problematic that now we got all early Drakes. Okay, this is the first fight where there are 5 people from the same side. Oh, it's too late. Yeah, it's a clean ace. And that's Nash. The third Drake fight lost the game, or made it almost impossible to come back.
Nemesis is too late on this play. By the time he's able to join the fight, Baus is nearly already dead. Drake is already nearly secured as well.
When the release voice comes, I will check that if they include it.
Having those smites on top of him this game, and with that, with the
because LR they're usually, like in general, in the whole, they're pretty solid, but then they have some like really random mistakes.
Feels completely over.
That it does. AK.
Like I watched a while ago. It didn't actually impact the game. They still won the game as well. But they were like setting up Nash, or they wanted to do Nash. And Crowny passed it from Nash to enemy Raptors back to Nash. And I was so confused why he did that, because it just delayed their Nash.
Played in this matchup. We've seen him on the Cassante side. He always did really well. We saw him on the Rumble.
And it's just like one of those really random things. Yeah, that didn't, you know, actually have any consequence, but it was just weird.
Were really all from that single equalizer.
Yeah, for sure. I think a great game against Baus. Also showing some, I think some of the problems with Baus' champion pool. Doesn't look as comfortable on this Cassante. He's kind of going for too much. A little bit too much at once as he goes forward here and might have bit up a bit more than he can chew.
Immediate ulti, finding himself 1v1 with Relatch, flash away into the blast cone. At the very least, the rest of his team is clearing a wave in the meantime, but down he goes. Relatch now on a rampage.
And I kind of jinxed him, I guess, because I did say he goes for too much. And he
goes
for 4 and immediately ends up falling. 0-6 on Baus this game, and none of the deaths were too good. As now Navi will continue to see.
I like Navi, so
they're gonna look to end it.
He was assessing the situation, yo.
In such a fantastic position, an opportunity for one last desperate hold from the Rats, but Crowny still boots one, no flash. It's gonna be tough. Tower disabled. Nemesis with a solid ulti to kick things off, but just not
Ball
doing
was
nearly
pretty
enough damage.
low.
Though eventually
Is this
going
a
to fall through a little bit
comeback?
late. Breath of Light coming in. Nemesis can try and get the reset here.
It's a small comeback.
That's a big shutdown for Crowny here, as Na'Vi bit off a bit more than they can chew. And they are gonna give a lot of gold over to Crowny. He has 3 items completed, probably a big component now that he can pick up as well. But it's still a 10,000 gold lead in Infernal Soul. You're gonna need a lot more than that if you're gonna come back in this game. And it starts off with the rise. Both Poby and Mainter going a little bit too deep. Mainter, even with the Sonias, it's up against the Caitlyn. So
They got a bit too excited.
And that is one of the downsides of far into the Caitlyn, is obviously if you ever use the ult defensively, you're just much less effective when you're walking right into a trap. One of the things we talked about.
This might come down to Elder fight.
307 stacks. You can see he's finally starting to hurt. Less than he'd like, but still starting to do some decent damage.
And it is a win con, definitely. If you do get later on in the game, even against Infernal Soul, I mean, Aurelion Soul gets, like, it gets stupid how big his spells get.
Yeah.
And how much damage he does.
I wonder how far off 3 items Nemesis is.
To that point.
Yeah, if there wasn't also a 3,000 gold deficit, I think it could be coming sooner. But Poby's got, you know, the Swift Marches. He's got the Actualizer. If he ever gets near anyone on this Los Ratones lineup, they're going to get completely and totally deleted.
Also, Horizon's like great big.
The minions,
sure, except that matchup is the reason they had to give the first 2 drakes.
Fantastic. So trying to deny a siege is very, very
because
easy
both lanes want to fight drakes. Both junglers want to fight drakes. Or be proactive early. But then you look at maids and you're kind of forced to wait.
Na'Vi eating a little bit of damage in the exchange, but the tier 2 looks like it is finally going to fall. Curtain call coming down. Bossy unstoppable for a moment.
Oh.
Reletch.
Okay. Oh no. Wait. Kingdom is fine. It's not bad. 1 death and they can still defend, right?
Los Ratones just barely don't have enough damage there.
Sin already has GA, not anymore.
Where they were able to pick up Paris, maybe the fight could have looked different. But it's going to be Velia falling. And another fight going in favor of Na'Vi. As we watch it back here, it's a great headshot onto Paris to chunk him down. Samdi opened up the curtain as the tower falls. And Reledge goes quite deep here. But crucially, Nemesis is not in range. It's actually damage to Sin Sao. He doesn't end up going into GA until Velia actually lands with the skies. And then Nemesis can't chase down any of these crucial
When they traded Velia for Sin Sao GA and they still defended.
Yeah, but it is a miracle. I mean, it's 11,000, the gold difference. If we hadn't watched this team beat MKOI and G2, I would be 100% confident saying it's over. And by all rights, it should be, but Nemesis is still moving
Okay, Rice is not here. Rice is bot lane. Los Ratones can't really engage on this open area.
Na'Vi, Mainter sniffs it. Wants to try to cancel him. Doesn't get it. Nemesis gets the base off, but that means Reledge has already started off this Elder Dragon.
Oh no, Nemesis please don't be late. Also, let's been late for every team fights. Oh my god, Poby.
Boss trying to buy a bit of time in the midst of 3 people as he goes all out, though. He's not able to do a whole hell of a lot. Velia a bit too far forward, unless the Ratone's already running. Resigned to this fate as Poby's now coming well. The trap doesn't quite hit. Poby goes golden. An ulti from Nemesis goes wide, and I think Na'Vi just going to look to end it here.
Na'Vi found all the pieces they needed. They take down 3 members.
Now being late for objectives is... because I feel like it should have happened. Early game sucks. Yeah, and just objective setup in general didn't look clean at all.
Confirmation there. GX have locked with a win from Na'Vi. One timeline deleted. Na'Vi dominant from start to finish in this game. A few moments in the bottom side for Los Ratones, but otherwise, Na'Vi an impressive, impeccable performance.
Wow, Poby had a very good game.
Menace, monster mid-jungle that really never put the brakes on and never gave.
Let's hope we finish before 4 AM.
As they knew every play they wanted to make, and it felt like they had Nemesis and Veli's number throughout the whole game.
That they did 6-0-9. I think the final score there for LEC. He's one of your options in the player of the game vote. It's him, Poby, or Paris at LEC.
Okay, it is time.
Really impressive stuff.
I will update the title. And I will run to the bathroom. So
What an exciting final weekend, huh?
Yes. Absolute banger.
don't go anywhere. It's finally time for T2.
Continuing to impress, showing a level of discipline and coordination with their lead that I think was necessary.
Be back 5 minutes.
Who can be so good at finding those comebacks, often through the Drakes. All good options there on the player of the game vote, and it's a team we're just going to have to continue to track as we get closer and closer to playoffs, because it feels essentially like a sure thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're 6 wins now, right? I don't think they're locked for playoffs.
No. But yeah,
but pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. We're running out of remaining scenarios where they don't.
Yeah. And I think with their skills levels shown thus far, it feels like a sure lock-in that they'll continue to win games and continue to exceed.
That it is. There's Relech. That's our boy. But another one of our boys standing by with Ginny is none other than Poby. Let's hear what they have to say.
The man himself, Poby, congratulations on that win. 9-0-5 on the rise. But in general, you have been so consistent here in the LEC. What is your secret to always being so good as a mid laner?
Not that special, just focus macro and focus our game and communicate well teammate. Yeah.
Okay, very humble king. All right, I like it. But Los Ratones was on a winning streak ahead of this matchup. Were you a little bit worried going into this one?
I think our is pretty good team, and we today try to target enemy. We don't want to give them enemy good champ and try to target Ben. Yeah.
So Nemesis also on the mid lane. He has been really, really good for Los Ratones. How was it playing mid lane against him?
I think he has many experience and similar than Caps, I guess.
Okay.
And he's really good macro and side lane. Yeah.
And when it comes to Navi in general and how it has been for you guys in the LEC, you're winning a lot of the games and you're doing really well towards the top of the leaderboard. What do you think has allowed the roster to be so good together?
I think I'm really surprised because if we, during feedback, our teammate and coaching staff is really smart. That's made me surprised and I'm really happy.
I'm glad to know that you're happy and really happy to hear that as well. And when it comes to LEC versus your expectations, where do you think Navi is going to end up? They're going to go to playoffs? Are you guys going to win everything?
We will go rank 1. And we will go best.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Congratulations once again. That's it from our side over here. We're going to be heading over to Lore, who is going to break everything down.
Always nice hearing from Poby. Singing Poby, I assume, because Navi won again here. But guys, we were talking about what it was going to take for them to take down LR. We talked about the rat traps well positioned around the Drake in seams, and also we often talk about the right of first selection and how it can help in setting up those Drakes. This is what Navi chose here.
So it was very interesting because not often you see a team choose an actual side that they prefer, and they chose red side. But then, you know, LR tries to get this counter invade here to split the map to the bot side, but Navi reacts so well here. They set up again this invade on the red side, and what this does is it wraps up perfectly with what Poby said. They want to play and focus on macro and on their own game. And when
I don't know though. If botlane, even if botlane had prio and was sort of doing fine,
from stacking those rakes, and it just felt like
would they even be able to do Drakes?
Navi said so well, it became impossible for LR to get the foothold and start stacking those Drakes again.
It left the bot lane isolated. It's contributed
You'd likely
to
there.
early foothold for LEC to start finding opportunities in the game. And the thing that I was just super impressed with was how they controlled LR in this space. Because if we think about the whole weekend against Koi, against G2, this is the area where LR looked the
Hate is a strong word.
Find good fights. Bounce, making plays like he's making on your screen right now. Trying to find angles that put a ton of pressure onto the opposition. And even though they lost this dragon, we were all saying backstage, this was a great play initially from Bounce because they're trading. But the way in which Na'Vi then adjusted for the following dragons was just beautiful to see.
And this just changes everything for LR, because LR, the way they saw themselves get these leads was by being there first. And Na'Vi just didn't let that happen. Every single time, first day, second day, third day, fourth day, they're just there first, catching LR off guard and forcing them in these uncomfortable positions.
But what I'm wondering is,
Or the mechanics in the room with us.
because we've been used to seeing LR thriving in difficult situations, being able to make comebacks that people cannot expect. Was this because of the composition or because of the early invade going wrong? What do you think?
Well, all of the players in LEC are better than me. I'm still judging them.
If I think about G2 and I think about
I'm watching their
I think
games.
the moment they lost some footing, it
You
just
don't have
gave
to beat
LR
them
a lot of
to...
momentum with which they then rode very
Because,
efficiently. They're a very
like,
good
when we're
team.
talking about these teams, we're comparing them to other teams at top level. We're not comparing them to ourselves.
Really broke them up. You saw Mainta just full sending it onto Nemesis, for example. They were really splitting up the fight and making things as awkward as possible, making it harder for LR to actually coordinate together.
And LR's main strength when it came to these Rex was finding the crack in the armor. You know, they just needed one small opening to break open that situation again and regain control, but that's where Navi just did amazing. They didn't give a single opening for LR to exploit.
And a lot of credit does need to go to Poby. We were showing
Finish classes tapping into the stream. Thank you, Gold Disadvantage. Yeah. Who did they face next? Next week they play against SK and Vitality. I think they can win both of those matchups.
One of the most conventional junglers you can think about in the game and in the meta, but sometimes keep it simple, keep it good.
Exactly, you don't need
Navi is for sure one of my favorite teams right now.
He can play the Kiana, the Aatrox. Now I'm actually happy because he's diversifying the other way into, you know, playing the more boring champions. But at the same time, he's proving that he has the skills and he has everything, and he gives everything to his team that he needs.
And for a young roster, this was awesome. The fact that they've almost guaranteed playoffs is really good to see. And for LR, their chances are not gone, but next week's matchups now become incredibly tense for that team.
And Poby said it, to the top. Top one, here we go. That's what they're aiming for here. And with that Navi win, Giant X becomes the first team locked into LEC versus playoffs. And while the Rats can be poisoned, they're still in the race. Lost Raton still can make it to playoffs with 69% of the remaining scenarios we have that. That's all for us here for now. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Next matchup is going to be G2 taking on Vitality. Stay tuned.
Who would G2 face next week? Navi and Fnatic. Can they get kicked out of playoffs? Is that a scenario? So I'm gonna check if LEC posted a prediction or a...
The game is unwinnable.
I'm sure there's some scenarios for it. But I think they're gonna win today. This cow guy has to be the most what's it called? Memorable fan person. He's in so many content pieces as well. I always see him at the events too. G2. Yeah, she was pleasant for the eyes. Should we tweet? Oh, that was loud. Should we tweet something? Dun, dun, dun. Need to live in 20. Also, well, have we seen a clean game from G2 this split? I don't think it will be a 20 game. I also want them to win. Just win. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, it will be the first clean one. I'm ready. I couldn't think of a tweet. I could do something boring, like let's go 3-2. Machine shadows. Maybe it's a, I don't know, it's a marketing choice. I don't think it's got to do with the price. It seems like AI, yeah. Kinda does, but at the same time it's high enough quality to not look like AI. I did not see the Wild Rift AI, unless it's the one that was like many years old, with the Seraphim one. That was like a fan thing.
Thank you. You're killing it in your first split. You are dominating the top lane. People are putting you in the upper echelon now. And
Yeah.
you just destroyed the hype train that was on a 4-win streak.
I'm not really like destroying, but I'm so far pretty stable.
Yeah.
Died like few times, but it was against Naknaka the GOAT.
Yeah.
No shame, no shame.
No shame at all.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we got you on. We wanted you to talk a little bit about Naknako and Broken Blade, because I'm really excited.
Oh, yeah, it's like Nako playing.
Talks about how he looks up to Broken Blade, especially both like the Turkish heritage and all that. Like,
They're
he
both
kinda looks
Turkish.
towards Broken Blade to be that inspiration. So now he gets to go up against him again, and honestly, I think Nako has been
And
performing top laners at the moment. He has been
people are really hyping up
Do you
Naknako.
agree with that, Mainta? You feel like he's the
I
best
have
right
so
now?
many info. Like Naknako.
Yep.
So far, in my opinion, like the best mechanically player.
Yep.
Like in my opinion, higher than Kana. No one can match him so far. And oh my god, he's watching in my heart.
He knows. He knows.
Oh my god.
He's looking into your
But
soul.
yeah, like I think he's
Wow. Okay, that's
every
kind of hype
competition
actually.
he can win easy.
I want to see this top
He just,
matchup as well.
maybe
I hope they have a
some
spicy
he needs to learn new
matchup.
Maybe something like Cleat, you know, like Broken Blade.
Okay.
Like strong side of Broken Blade, he can pull out everything, right? Swain top, Cleat top.
I always wonder, like, when pros, they're okay. So when you think about pros, they are supposed to be the top of the entire region, right? So when one pro is said to have like very superior mechanics or like be on the next level, it really makes you wonder like what makes the
So let's
difference.
say I'm like picking Sign and now he will pick this. Like let's say
What is it that makes them different? Do they just click better? Do they just know better what to do?
So like little preparation, yeah, but sometimes it's still advantage for him because sometimes I cannot predict what he wants. So
But that's the most exciting thing for me about these two top laners is because they both have
It had a little bit both
like
KC and
Naknako
GX this week. They're pretty
90% a little
decent.
bit, Broken Blade
Yeah, I
is
don't think
like
they're bad
triple
at all.
Wasn't that
I'm just a believer, okay?
yeah.
Do you remember the game? Do you remember the
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he choked a bit at some point. He was like so strong, so he wanted to commit into all-in fight.
Yep.
And he died. And if you die in this matchup, I think you.
Yeah, but I want to understand the exact difference.
So yeah, a bit unlucky, but I respect the try.
It can't be as simple as just click better. Like that's not real.
We'll be getting into that very, very shortly, which is why we're
Do they just think faster?
making eye contact with all the Vitality players, it looks like.
You're better at trading than we are. Not really for top lane, like it needs to be a...
One of the best personality teams
It still needs to be a
outside of Poby singing.
matchup or a role where I know how they're supposed to play.
Are you the funniest on the team?
I don't know shit
Be humble
about top lane.
Can I say
Well, I know the bare minimum about top lane.
Make some jokes? We are not,
But playing around bushes is also pretty unique.
5-man perma screaming laughing sometimes.
Like bot lane is a lot about
Yeah,
that.
have good days.
And I assume sim for top.
I mean, your team is like made up of
Please don't be a long game delay. It's 3:30.
Tested in EU like after a split, and then we have Relege coming in fresh off ERLs, you know, like yourself as well after winning a championship for you specifically. And I don't know. Also, we in the past, Dagger and I actually used to cast SamD in LEC.
No, it's not just clicking better.
So we've experienced SamD quite a lot. And
It's
back
not
then,
that
he
simple.
was on one of the most successful up-and-coming rosters that almost got to Worlds. So I feel like we already know that element as well, right? So I feel like you got a lot of cool elements in your team, is what I'm trying to say.
The best part, like we have 5 different personalities.
Yeah.
Like me, like making like some jokes, right? And like Ukrainian, what's the mentality? And
If you compare LEC to... Or no, if you compare LEC player to just a challenger Grandmaster player, yes, they will click better.
But he's like gym guy, you know? He's pretty serious. He's doing gym every day, every evening.
But among LEC players, they should all be clicking good.
And like, it's cool when every person is different.
And did you guys
I'm in
like, do
Korea.
anything special to try and like gel together quicker, or was it just kind of a natural? You put yourselves in the room together and you all just kind of got along.
Oh, I mean, we did some team activities, obviously, at the start, and we did this shooting game. Not,
Yep,
not pinball, but
that's right.
And
sorry, I thought they got you to play CS.
But I'm also co-streaming.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Paro stomp everyone.
I'm co-streaming G2 games and mostly all games before the G2 games as well. Or at least minimum two games before, just to get into it.
The more you around them, you're becoming more close.
Oh yeah, I should do that. I can do that.
You don't even need to do team activities anymore. Just one day.
I don't know why I haven't.
Let's go restaurant, guys, and you go.
That's nice. That's really nice. I mean, you're you know, relatively new organization outside of last split. Like, all the pieces are coming together. 6 and 3.
Yeah, it's very rough. Yesterday I had to stay up to 5:30. I was actually falling asleep during the game.
Huge brand in CS, but it's really good to see. You're now 6 and 3. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about your team because we're still waiting on stage, as everyone can see. There is still a delay between Vitality and G2. We just removed the marker, so maybe we're about to get into pick ban.
I should do a lot here.
You guys, by the way,
Boot camp,
G2 and MCoy. I can maybe talk
Elias, boot camp.
But your road to finish off the split is quite hard. Quick thoughts on how you feel about G2 and MCoy.
Or can I do something else?
Like my last week, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Lost Artemis did like win streak on them.
Yep.
So everything is doable. But yeah, like the most.
How do I do it? Like, I don't know how to do it.
G2, MCoy.
Good after starting.
So I hope we will show like good level of the game. Like,
yeah.
I think at this point we kind of secure playoff.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Pretty much.
So we can just play for improve and for experience. And
they're banning 3 AD carries.
And like yeah, it will be.
Already a Soul? Okay, what are they planning?
Against MCoy, I feel like we can match them.
It'll be fun watching you versus Meowin as well in top. You versus Broken Blade is just as fun as we are now finally in the pick and ban. Thank you for waiting at home. Straight off the bat, the Jace has taken off the board. The Forest is a must go. Mainta, what do you see as like first pick here? Because everyone's talking about Ryze, the Azirs. Mundo's actually taken away from G2.
Like, Orianna is 0 open, right?
Yep.
At this point, like the most 2 OP champs, in my opinion. And like, I think they will pull out Azir. Also, Jarvan is open, so if you pick Orianna, Jarvan can like be picked on the red side. And you pick, set. So yeah, that's why Azir. He has dash, he has ult. He's pretty safe against Jarvan.
Yeah, also the Aurelion Sol ban definitely showing that, hey, we want to try and take something like the Azir into the mid lane and just make sure that we're not going to be outranged. Because you and I played that yesterday, looked pretty damn good on it. So I think just trying to take away some of that safety net. And then here, I think you can just respond with, yeah, you're Rumble on the top side. You can go for Jarvan here if you want to for Linces.
Pairing, yeah.
And then still third pick Humanoid's mid laner.
Vi over Jarvan. Mainta, what's the thought process here?
I mean, I think Azir is pretty good against Jarvan.
Yep.
And Vi can CC lock him much better. And also Rumble is good for love this Y. So I expect like classic Sante, Cyan, maybe from Broken Blade, from BB. He can pull out Kled. But I don't know.
Cassandra Rumble. Boring.
Before we went on camera,
Boring.
turned around and said, you know what, it's going to be really disappointing if we have you for Cassandra Rumble matchup.
And here we go again.
Good. I just said no.
I mean, it's, yeah. I feel like Cassandra doesn't really get beaten by anything. Like, Nah is the biggest threat, do you think?
Yeah.
Such a typical matchup.
Sante is losing in matchups like Wayne, Gnar, like this range matchups in this meta. You can go Ghost.
Yep.
And Sante never reach you, and at the same time you have TP anyway. So, but it's a bit cheesy picks, right? So yeah, I think into Rumble, in my opinion, Sante like one of the best.
Yeah.
So that's why it's every game in best of one you will see these matchups or pick or ban.
Yeah. It's just so simple. While we're lulling about a little bit, Zinzao gets locked in.
Yep.
Pretty standard comp from G2. They build up a bit of engage. Question here for Humanoid is, are we going to get solo laners with a bit more playmaking?
I mean, it works. It's a good answer into the Azir, and you've already got that lock up with the Vi, so a lot of dive already on Vitality. So
Okay, we're gonna see this Yon matchup from different player now. I like comparing as well.
Function with a lot of that dive on Vitality.
My caps is better than
or something like disengage. Like picks like Alistar, Braum, Kai'Sa, Xayah,
Yakis, so
good on left side.
let's see if it's still as annoying.
But so far I like G2 draft. It's pretty standard, right? Front to back, you receive, you space for your Azir, and Azir 1v9.
I think in this region, simple drafts are super important because Lost Returns obviously have their own style where they go down a path, right? But I think when we talk about Na'Vi, for example, we see you guys like, you build your drafts out a bit more standardized. And you talk about best of one where it's like, yeah, we see that matchup a lot. We see Azir matchups a lot into things. It's what G2 are doing right now as well.
Yeah, how does it feel that Roulette is stealing all your champions from top lane? Are you okay with this?
And after that, he's going to interview and he's saying he's better on the champion.
Oh.
So much pain.
Yeah.
We know.
Have you had the 1v1 competition backstage yet?
Not yet. I usually play against Paros, and to be honest, I'm losing sometimes.
Oh,
Most of the time. Paros is a pretty good guy.
Oh, damn, yeah. Maybe we need to put you and Roulette on a 1v1 on stage there. Maybe
we need to do it.
We need to get you guys on top lane champions versing each other, and that'll really seal the deal. A quick side note, Poppy is taken away. I think that's kind of rising. I think people are looking at Poppy a little bit more now as well. Maybe a bit more flexibility for support, but
Poppy is pretty good. Like every engaged comp, like Y, Yone, they hate to play against Poppy.
Yep.
And that's why they ban it. Pretty good pick.
Yeah, especially because you probably want to try and go for some sort of engage support here for Flesh.
Okay, I created commands for the things now.
Yeah, no, I am curious how they want to try and go forward with this, because I imagine you go AD carry, and kind of big support in your last spot, but you got a lot of options here as Karzi as to what you want to try and go for.
Do you think AD carry now?
Bye.
Like we're building AD now.
I think he picked something like Corki to snowball and Hespera and like Sagda.
What's on Sama gonna play? Corki is good here. But maybe Karsa will steal it. Yeah, he stole it.
I mean, at this point, you just
and I want to say Aphelios is good, but
wanna be first. You want to stack your advantage because
they're still playing against Vi. It's pretty difficult.
If you have like 1-2k gold lead.
Same thing for Draven. It's hard against Vi. Vi Rumble is press R on you. Saya is banned. Astral maybe? Astral? They banned Astral.
Do you want to go for something like a Sivir here? Is that trans?
Okay.
I don't mind, yeah?
Sivir's fine.
I said before, like, he really happy to disengage against the right comp. And he's kind of unkillable with his ultimate. So left comp is just all about receive. Right comp is about taking side advantage and move first. I think Yone, if Yone finds in the game, it will be pretty good for Vitality.
Okay. Well said. And I like as well you defined it. The comps for G2, they're the ones receiving. Vitality, the ones who have to go and get. Bard as well, bit of long-range engage.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it was Paladin, so it's leaving. Okay, goodbye.
Follow-up engage, or at least for Vitality, more triggers to pull. Which comp do you prefer him, Manto? Like, what are you looking at here as a priority? I mean, G2, you said it's calm.
Yeah, I picked G2 to comp.
Okay.
No, me.
Yeah,
My Flash is a
you know how to play
Chandra
the champ,
player.
right? You need to play perfect, but if you play perfect, actually...
I don't know if I like Bard here.
Like,
Who's your target? You're not playing against the mobile carries.
You can just ult and you can gap distance between Y and her team, right? The moment Y engage with ult, Sivir ults and run away.
Maybe it's just for roaming and pressuring mids.
But definitely right team has end goal to play. Bard is a bit suspicious.
Oh, really?
Like, he cannot ult Sivir.
Because
you cannot ult Azir. Azir has
Yon for sure wants mid hovers this game.
Taking Pra and bot, moving on the other side, maybe kill Xante, maybe kill Azir with Zion.
Yep.
It's more about map movement, I believe, not about catching people.
Okay.
And maybe it's lock Azir to not use E, right? And then fight Azir will be less mobile.
Interesting. Not many players, or not many people, I say, come up here and talk about, like... Because we look very holistically at champions, right? Bard has an AoE ult. He's about lockdown, like, from range as well, right? But you talk about the mobility, you talk about how he wants to get the map moving and really get the game rolling. That's what I'm
okay.
for Vitality.
Let's go.
Especially when, for Vitality, they can be a very explosive team. This sits in the
Jesus draft finally looks standard.
I think they would have been pretty disappointed how they just got wham bam, thank you ma'am, by lost returns. That was yeah, that was a day. I'm still reeling off it. Dagger and I finished off yesterday with it as well.
I mean, we can see here, Naknaka choose pretty safe pass.
Yep.
Choose first strike. Basically, in my opinion, in this meta, you choose Comet Ignite or first strike TP. This first strike, you will have little gold lead no matter what, unless you die. But maybe you will beat same CS or a bit down from Xante, because Xante on one item power spike stronger, Xante on first magic resist base a bit stronger, level 6 is stronger, so you just chilling, you scaling, so yeah.
No, I ate in Earth Office.
Maybe they wanna commit more their jungle into bot, that's why I poison into bot and Rambo just farming gold.
And we kind of talked before.
Was a while ago though, 9 AM for you guys.
Speed to keep away from him.
Yeah.
We've seen some rumbles take the phase rush. Obviously, you're just kind of explaining like, hey, just try and scale into the matchup. Is there ever a time where you're like,
Since how is pathing top lane?
Always first strike first.
I mean, against Xante, I believe you don't need first phase rush. You can just run away with
spicy
your
trades
or Tabis, more than enough. Like worst case, you lose your flash, or if you have no flash, you just die. But yeah, I think.
Yeah, so I'm hungry. But
to win lane or have first strike to outscale. If you go phase rush, you kinda in the middle, right? You're not outscaling and you're not.
It's fine.
Lane, so
I'll start.
what they're doing.
And special use cases, right?
Naku Naku Cam, what's happening?
I think some champs like let's say Gwen, right? Who can run down with his ultimate.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty good. Phase rush is a very safe option, and you also outscale some of the champs. Like Olaf, Gwen, who can just go on you. Oh. It's pretty good. It's what Naknaka did yesterday against...
Okay,
not yesterday,
he has
but
got
2
a
days ago against
proxy.
Anna.
Yeah.
You're pushing 3 waves into proxy 4, into proxy 5.
Hang on a
Oh.
second. Oh my god. Lince's beautiful Q flash. First blood in bot in the meanwhile.
Uh-oh.
Bypass Labrov.
Yeah, I mean, 3 camps into bot side, so ends up clearing.
Greedy Hansama. Oh god, this bot wave is bad.
I think Vitality a little caught off guard. You can see that ward that's just hidden over by G2's red buff, spotting out that Skumon have gone to the top side. So they know
Actually,
real trouble.
okay, it's fine because Corki has the base.
Right, mate. So, like, you can't flash that as Han Summer.
I mean, you kinda can.
You can, okay. I had to ask because I was like, he has flash and he has barrier.
He can flash it if he predicts it, which he should. It's very obvious that Vi has the flash there.
Thinking this guy is choking and
this guy's joking.
Playing with his feelings. I will save my flash and barrier.
Okay.
But you just died for it.
Yeah. Well, it's a big first blood regardless.
But he got great.
Yeah, I was gonna say moving. Oh, maybe we don't actually humanoid.
Okay, I mean humanoid has Ignite. Okay, it doesn't matter.
We'll get one in response. G2 on the ball through mid.
Nice response from Skumon to that play on the bottom side. So takes the Scuttle Crab, doesn't look for the reset. Actually ends up picking up both of the Scuttle Crabs thanks to the push on the bottom side. So Skumon actually in a very good spot now off the back of that.
I can't even express how happy my jungle, Relich, every time he secures double scuttle.
Yeah.
He's kinda already one game in his head. You have level 6 faster.
Cap is gonna 1v9.
You have Drake faster. Like it's big advantage.
I want to bring us back to the top side though, because you were kind of
Good
already
level 3
saying,
gangs very
Broken
OP.
Blade has managed
Yeah,
to
because most
get,
people don't
half
expect
the
it
tower,
either.
get the
Like
wave
if I
reset,
know
and now
and
obviously
Younger is
that's like
buffing
a
bot,
it's going to help out massively. So if you're in
as
that
bot
advantage
laner,
position, how do you try and
I
find that
usually
reset time
think I
to
have more
maximize
time.
purchase? Is it just, hey, look, Lin says I need help, or how do you go
I mean,
about
you just level 5 Rumble, pretty strong. You can just one-shot bait with double Q.
Yeah.
So until level 6, you're pretty safe. And Xante gets 6 only on Cannon Wave, on the first melee of next Cannon Wave.
Did
So
Cassandra
Rumble
already
has
base
a lot of time to
once?
just push and base. Most likely he will push this wave and base, and play with his spike.
It's very low.
Just a quick side check, Kazi's okay for now. He Valkyrie'd out of bot. We keep toggling down to bot and mid because unfortunately that's where the action is. I wanted to ask you, Manta, because we've been looking at Rumble a lot for like what? I mean, has it been a year, 2 years?
Maybe as a cat. I get it.
Just all the time. What in your eyes makes him so strong right now? Is it the lane oppression? Is it the fact that he's versatile with like
They
the
don't.
fact that we
Oh.
still have these grubs available, more objectives in the game?
Then I
over
don't
the
know.
last couple of years? Like what really sells Rumble for you right now?
The biggest advantage is his ultimate. Like you have no loot matchups basically. The moment you got freeze, you ult wave. The moment you got like low HP but the chunk, no flash, you ult wave. The moment enemy jungle can be top your jungle bot, you ult wave. And like you ult around minute 6, you have always ult for grabs because it's 2 minutes cooldown. Like look,
there it is. Right time.
and it's you just base, and your tempo is better, your items is better because you farm more minions. And your HP is better, like you just have high
That's a
tempo.
chunk.
And we're in a world
Has the
where
potions
if
though.
you play for a kill lane, you're talking about like summoners
Human
will
Knight.
take, depending on the matchup. Okay, well you get enhanced TP with shield, that's great. But if you don't, you get a TP as your role quest anyway. So you get tempo around the map no matter what,
Your
right?
adaptation to every
Caps
matchup
is mega chilling here.
adapt to every matchup in Rumble. Just the most safe blind in my opinion. Rumble, Sand, like 2 giants of top lane right now.
Yep.
So yeah.
Somebody's not having a great time though is Humanoid in this mid lane. Caps has just had a great position on this wave for such a long time. Even Skewmon sitting around this mid wave to make sure he could keep it. And you can see a nice CS lead open up for Caps. So Humanoid has been trying to bring Fleshy up to help him, but now Labrov's here. Couldn't quite get the Hebel pulverized range.
He needs help, I feel. Linces is in the vicinity, not level 6 though. That's kind of the difference, isn't it? Because maybe the trigger will be
I like how they're dragging Vi mids to help. And Skewmon is just sitting the reds. That's kinda based.
That jungle, I know again top lane is where we wanted to be, but we're just everywhere but because Skewmon has just gone in, taken away the red buff from what I can see, and even though Lince has got that earlier kill with a great flash, like Skewmon is dominating in the CS.
I think Skewmon is having a fantastic game so far. So obviously Linces went to make that play bot side, but they knew he'd only done 3 camps, so he has to go and clear. So it means that Skewmon got both of the Scuttle Crabs, then ends up getting the Scuttle Crab again on top. But
Oh.
That's a good flash and headbutt backwards.
Oh my god. Is he out? He has no flash. That was clean.
To take his second kill of the game. Here's Linces, but what's he gonna do? Kazi moves up as well, but
Oh.
extra damage, unbreakable will not available. That means Labrov is
It's a G2 cap stop.
Vitality came to try and save their mid lane.
Of course even moves. It's dropping away for this rotation. And plates.
that kept his support alive, and G2 are just playing so well around this mid lane.
Yeah, it's great job by Labrov. He outmatched or even like
7 minutes, 1.4k.
And Caps just
Gold little mid.
pixel perfect for Alistar, and like mid support synergy from G2 is crazy this game.
And you were saying in the draft, maybe
Yeah, Caps decided
all about getting tempo early.
he wants to win.
The fact that Labrov outroamed is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty good for G2 already, and now Y has no
Labrov also played this
so
good.
Kinda can slap them.
Yeah.
The shitty Yon pick.
Y took the
I mean,
before. I think it's a good start for them if they can
it's the
start getting
second time we see this matchup, right? And the first time, it was not Asir winning.
in all the fight.
In the meantime, Rumble felt threatened, so he ulted. And
Yeah, I love the picture-in-picture to show you there's another role.
I mean, it's the best part, right?
What's a cooldown at level 6 is like, isn't it a minute 10 or something? It's something really
So who
low
knows?
early, right?
2 minutes at level 11,
Okay.
slower.
Yeah.
But before level 11,
The Ignite
you
is
can-
not doing work
you don't
though.
use PCR items on Rumble.
Okay. But I mean, it's still like...
Caps
it's such a
doesn't
good
care.
play, you can use it for the wave and then fight 2 minutes later, right?
Basically, you can do it like every 4 waves, right? So
Okay.
you can survive.
Well, Nako is doing okay. I was wondering, he was in danger zone there, so thinking about going for Broken Blade, but Broken Blade has the Negatron cloak. This is another reason why I'm sure you would.
Rumble going defensive boots as only AP is insecure. Isn't it standard to go defensive boots as Rumble?
Yep.
What else would you go?
So even though he's taking a bit of damage, he's still chilling. Like he's not in kill.
You are safe, you are strong. Meanwhile, like White took all 3 grabs. I didn't expect this. I guess after fight, Caps had bad tempo and Yona pushed mid and secured mid prior. But I didn't see because of replay.
Yeah, this game is looking a little disastrous. I'm not gonna lie for Vitality. The fact you put 3
Don't know about
kills
that.
here in the mid lane, first item already completed. Just, I mean, you can see how confident Caps is.
Please stop. Humanoid. He's got flash.
Someone's getting fisted.
Caps just trying to get something. All the ulti, all out use in top.
So it's worth living on some of the pressure gangs to fit Caps. He's playing Sivir, what do you wanna do bot? Bot is a 1v1 lane.
That's pretty ballsy stuff.
Yeah, saving flash is like kinda important here. You're fine next 5 minutes if you have flash.
You got the Vi on the way though.
Let's not forget, Skarsu literally roamed mid lane.
Not even gonna struggle too much in this.
Now,
Now Vitality still lost the skirmish.
Just quickly before, we send you back, what do you think of this game? Like, obviously you talk about Lince's getting grubs. Top side is, in Nako's favor, but it's not one-sided. What do you think about the game state? Who's going to win?
I think so far it's pretty good game for G2.
Yep.
If nothing happens next 2 minutes and Yona doesn't get like 1-2 kills, this game will be disaster for Yona.
Sivir's also mega good against this comp. No. 3 melees and short range AD carry. Oh, what happened here? Wait, did they just not show it?
Alright, well thank you very much. The main just get double flash. Thank you very much for joining us as well. Jaku and Will.
Did they space out or did they just not show what happened, mates? They tried to dive Caps.
I have 3 words under my belt.
3 more than me.
Yeah, well. Shout out to my papa, I wish he'd talk more. Now, anyway, I'll bring you back. We were looking at top everyone at home.
He already has his quest too.
Class act like Mainta coming onto the desk. We want to make sure we look at the lane. Mid has obviously been busy as Skumont has just erupted again in this same lane. Lebrov, it's a little bit low, but he's the one that found the
Adventures mates.
We saw a 1v2 dive that failed from Vitality while we were chatting. And it just didn't go well. Huntama on the hunt.
This is a solo kill. Whoa.
Everything was predicted as Caps gets out with a shifting stance, but I have to give it to Kazi there. If the range was spot on, that prediction was nuts.
Yeah, and I think you kind of have to, as Karzy, start making these plays, so I love that he's going for it, because you already kind of can see this game starting to get out of control for Vitality. You try, in response to the Dragon being taken by G2, make a play on mid. That play nearly gets turned around by Caps because of how far away he was, but also, like, you could see how heavily
Humanoid can't even take one wave without being mega shanked.
For the play on Broken Blade on that top side, it's always tough against the Cassante. But you can see Vitality were kind of looking at their options elsewhere, and they end up losing that. But Karzy trying to take it into his
Same
own
CS top. But Rumble has 2 plates.
Nearly managed to make it work.
I mean, Cassandra has 1 plate. Still a 500 gold lead.
Quick state of the game for you. G2 hold a 500 gold lead, but
It's kind of odd. How is the gold lead that different? 700 gold lead? But they're same CS, and there's only 1 plate difference.
But that mid diff right now is carrying.
Where did his gold? Oh, he has first strike. I has first strike. Okay.
Just completed. This is where you're very strong. Yeah. Same with the first item for Vi.
That's 5 hats.
Just blanked on it. Thunder Sky. There we go. But the
yeah, can be he didn't catch it and first strike. That would make sense.
Hansana has just actually managed to reset and get an item for himself as well. And there's no real objective because you had to give up that dragon. So the power spikes in those timing windows, just Vitality aren't able to make use of.
You know, you lost the name for it, but I always look at Sundered Sky and I get confused because I keep seeing Atma's Impaler. I don't know why.
Okay, let's see. Does Caps go Sonya second because they're playing against Vi? Or is he a Giga Shad and he goes
I think earlier Dragos and
Shadow Flame?
And that's like, I think Jackson was 7 years old now, which is crazy to me. I mean, to me, I still feel like Wriggle's Lantern was a couple of years ago. That was season 3 or something.
There's one correct option, and there's one Chad option. Oh, oh, Caps is fine. He has no flash. Caps is not fine, I think.
Caps is still on the run, but Humanoid is slowly catching up. Look at him.
No.
Retribution over to Humanoid.
Okay, after that death, I think he's not gonna be a Giga Shad. I think it's gonna go Sonya's.
Trying to get away from the whole of G2 chasing, but Skewmon needs win,
Bonk.
lightning, and he'll find only a 3 talent strike instead.
So 2 kills for Vitality going over to G2.
Look, he's thinking now, what item do I go? Buy your items, Caps. Buy it. I'm watching.
They're getting punishments on that bottom side where you're losing waves now for Karzi and that blue buff taken by Skewmon.
Okay,
so
we don't know yet.
G2 favorite in this one.
Look at the replay quickly because it started with Labrov trying to find Fleshy.
Yeah, it's just a nice evade timer from G2. You've got the movement here from Hansama, but the immediate turn onto Caps is super
This timing was...
for both Linces and Humanoid. So Caps has to run for the hills.
Okay, no, they had vision from the wave that he walked into that bush.
Shot and the ability to then move up through
Yeah,
the
Caps is just edging us.
Yeah, Humanoid just that little bit faster to keep up with him.
Very patient play. Shutdown is big here for the Vitality mid laner. Now for Broken Blade, can he survive the dive? Vitality look bot to try and get some goal back in their pocket.
Oh, it's just out.
Forcing Broken Blade away. Humanoid gets free access to the turret, and the first turret of the game, in fact, for Vitality, a team that got battered through the mid lane. Their gold is crawling back to the point where G2 aren't that far ahead.
Yeah, 1k now in the difference.
Is that?
And you can see, well, a huge amount of that.
We've seen this top lane matchup a lot, right? How does it usually go?
First strike, obviously doing work for that.
Like, I don't remember it being that one-sided ever. Like, it's pretty...
You know, Dagda, I feel bad for Major that we brought him on for Cassante Rumble. I do appreciate the micro knowledge you brought on.
It's normally pretty even, no?
Yeah.
Or like slightly Rumble winning. Unless Cassante does the, you know, the insec ult over this wall here, the fat one.
But Caps is getting targeted, rightly so.
That's usually the play I've seen Cassante's do if they wanna win this lane.
Major told us that it's about tempo for this Vitality squad. They are bringing a bit of speed.
They are. It's just
what they're losing on the other side.
Well, they can still.
Still Drake's for 3-2.
Naknako is pushing in, and you've got Fleshy out in the wings. Has just stopped the reset. Good flash from Naknako. Wave is gone though, so I don't think there's any more follow-up.
Herald's going to be dropped in mid. This will open up mid outer turret as Broken Blade might be jumping in it to try and get a charge. Does straight away. Caps is the next play. Shifting sands, not even going to be used.
No flash.
Here as well.
That's a kill.
And it's easily done. Caps again. Set up by his support.
Bro, where are you going?
Out, but Unbreakable Will means they want to continue this.
But you're sending it.
Take 3, 4, 5, 6,
nice.
And he's still out. Karzi though. One auto. Okay.
Maybe not nice. Maybe nice.
Smashed into Skewmon. Present guards up, and for G2, this 2v2, they're gonna win. Win becomes Lightning and Karzi.
Surely they win this.
The turnabout, junglers,
Caps is just free hitting.
Now gonna deal with Caps and Hansama as well.
Easy.
Every time Vitality thought they could fight, one extra G2 member showed up.
Yeah, it just became this
Caps 1v9.
from both sides towards that top half of the map. But still G2 went up, coming out on top. We'll end up resetting with Caps with 6-1 now.
Yeah. Hansama wants to be a part of the spotlight too.
More difficult to make those side lane plays that Vitality were
it's
trying
okay.
to go for. And honestly, it was just a good read from Labrov.
Yeah.
Like roaming towards that top
Okay,
side,
he did go Sonya's. I mean, it is the correct play. It's the correct item.
Caps got 8 out of that 9 KP. It's all been focused around him as
only because of Vi.
Caps and Labrov stepping up.
Yeah, Labrov immediately jumping on towards Naknako. I know he has Skewmon here. It was always going to be a risky dive, but didn't account for the potential TP that could come through from the Corki. And Labrov, in theory, should have been able to set up fine, but as soon as the Corki comes through, the Valkyrie to get the distance, just as the Unbreakable Will falls off, it's just an easy
I
setup.
can't ult if she's dead. Yeah, you could say that. But let's not be delusional.
Conqueror coming through for Skewmon, he's able to get a little bit of that healing through that keeps him alive. And Ansama making his way to the top side as well.
Yeah, using Hex Gates so well. Gold really not in G2's favor outside of the 1500. Again, it's impressive that Vitality keeping within arm's reach, but as we were talking about before, just before that play
Why can't
actually happened,
Caps just do
second
this
Dragon
every
got taken
game?
off G2. The stacking's there, the Hextech Rift is obviously one of the best souls in the game, if not still
Think you
proven
should
to
do
be the
that.
best soul in the game. Especially for G2 when they got this nice front to back, how fights will be difficult for Vitality to manage.
I will say though, this is the point in the game where Vitality are the strongest.
Okay.
Like, you've got the Blade of the Rune King just completed, very close to your second item for Humanoid. 2 items now complete onto Karzi. This is where you get pretty terrifying if you can force fights, and with 30 seconds until Baron, 2 minutes until their next Dragon, I think that's where Vitality can try and look for these plays. Because for Hans Sama, you want a few more items before you really get going into this match.
Oh.
Oh, a little bit short.
Sonjas, ja.
He goes golden, that's on his main save his life. Knucknucko's going to walk it out. Shifting Sands is on cooldown for another.
Those jungle quests do. It gives you more XP when you take camps.
Still has a play in him. He's
And
waiting.
upgrades your smites.
Knucknucko's in the bush. Is not watered by Caps. That 1v1 will resume shortly, I'm sure. As mid is all the rage right now. Mid push with Baron coming up, with Dragon in a minute 30. Getting these waves in order so that G2 can move
Okay.
the pointers.
The Ventures are coming though.
Barter's coming down in fleshy, but
Nothing
not much they can
happening.
do here with Skumon hovering as well.
Karzi's still getting good control over Hans Sama in the
I'm
mid
pretty
lane,
sure it gives
pushing
you bonus
in,
XP
looking
when
to
taking
take a
camps.
few pop shots to the turret, and
You
that's
can
just helping
double
Vitality
check.
get control on this bottom side, because wherever Caps isn't, that's where Vitality are stronger. Just as we said, based off of item breakpoints and kind of the way this game has gone. Obviously, Skumont has a nice little gold lead for himself as well, but I just think that the amount of power
Items
that is in these
need
2 items for
this.
Vitality is pretty high.
Broken Blade and Hans Summer grouping up. Broken Blade's here with TP, and it means that this guy just wants to set up the fight. They want this soul point. As you said, Dagda, Vitality might be their strongest point here. 2 items across the board. Look at that. Like clockwork here. Tempered Fate.
Okay.
Hans Summer and Broken Blade.
Or ult does nothing. Aster is very far away. Aster is still very far away. Guys, can we play with caps? Can we play with caps? Can we play with caps? Play with caps.
But nothing more.
They still are waiting to see how much more they can go for though, as Dragon still 10 seconds away.
Caps for only 9. Play with caps.
He has that TP to get back out onto the map. But still Vitality, good job on the fight. Separating it out with the equalizer, picking off the support with G2.
Okay.
But look at where Karzi is. I think Vitality are aware of this.
They do know.
That's very daring. That's very bold. It's gonna be a 50-50 if they keep. They're gonna flip it? No. Okay. Okay. I was gonna have a heart attack if they flipped it. Thank God.
Who helps them set up fights.
Humanoid was threatening from the side, so G2 don't want to overextend, potentially group up for a big ultimate. But still, G2, nice turnaround of the play. They force Baron to draw Vitality in. And with Labrov, they actually get the engage, and that sets them up for the Dragon.
Sole point, easily acquired. Teleport will be available in 20 seconds, as in Knucknucko's death timer, but that'll be too late. And so G2 in a great position. As you said, Dagda, if Caps is there, it's a freebie, but you also highlighted Labrov earlier on, and to give you credit, Labrov has been dictating so many of these great games.
Yeah, he's been playing exceptionally well, getting good roam timers, being in the positions that he needs to, and setting up Caps well in the mid lane. He's kind of standing on his shoulders in this one. As G2 now.
What's Caps building next?
Right now, Karzi forcing the Valkyrie over. But this is all G2 need to do, right? Is they actually have the better.
Is he going Rylais or is he going
so even if this starts to slow down, they're still in a
Magic
great spot.
Pen?
G2 now just chilling, waiting, because Baron, it's vision contested, but outside of that, you can see that like they're getting their waves in order. G2 aren't overstepping into this jungle. They get deep vision down, it gets contested. They reapply it later on. Like, they're not doing anything really egregious here. I think, again, that's what a lot of the fans want to see of G2, because fans of G2 are used to their team being a bit turbulent, but they know towards the end of a split, towards playoffs, it usually rounds out well. And I say usually, most of the time.
I think it's just interesting, because like last year with G2 in winter, We had them kind of being a bit like, hey, look, it's a new roster, new changes. But this year,
I'm watching both.
but
There's...
it's kind of just Caps showing off here.
Oh, he flashed forward. Why did he flash? Ah! Caps, why did you flash? No, he must have misclicked. I'm sure he misclicked. No, he must have misclicked. There's no way he would flash there.
For Vitality, controlling that mid wave, you now get a nice reset timer. G2 have to back off on the map. And maybe that can be a window to actually establish yourselves in the map here.
There's a reason why coming into today we were hyped up for the matchup. Yes, it is Cassante versus Rumble, but these players have high bars. And Nucko right now, and came out of our top laner's mouth. Nucko mechanically right now best LEC top laner.
It's okay. It's only gold.
Who is the best top laner? And I think a lot of people in our team, and me personally, have landed on Nucko after the end of last year and after how his season started as well.
Yeah, he has been absolutely exceptional. And he said it like when Vitality were struggling in their matchups.
Yeah, it's just a flash. It's just a little flash, guys. It's nothing.
Despite the fact Vitality couldn't find it in the rest of the squad. But now there's been, at least this weekend, step-ups on Vitality as well. It's definitely made his life a little bit easier. But you can look at the bottom of that scoreboard.
My eyes are watering. I've been awake for too long.
Ozzy Valkyrie's out. He was in trouble if he stuck around rather. I'm not sure what stuck is. It means a piece of injury.
I'd like to see the total gold. Comparing Azir and Rumble. No, I forget to blink. I have to manually blink when I play or watch League.
He's actually out TSing Caps now. And even though Scumon's got a massive lead,
use the extension. I'm not watching my own stream. You can use the extension and tell me.
But also, I don't know how genuine it is because of the scaling that you talked about from G2.
Yeah, I mean, as this starts to slow down, it gets easier for G2, right? You can kind of see Vitality have pushed out that bottom side a little bit, just to force Caps to reset to go and catch the wave. And it will give them time to establish vision in their own side of the jungle, but it is very shallow vision. It's not really that effective. And you're now getting
sounds like a skill issue.
3.5 items per hand Sama. Caps
I'll check on all the sports.
Dusk and Dawn build now as well. So G2 definitely starting to come online, and those 2 item spikes that we were talking about are a little less relevant.
It's all in Korean, but I'll figure it out, I think.
And he can still have those moments, but it just becomes a little
11k. Okay, so he has about 700 more gold than Caps currently.
So much harder.
I think it's a good name either way.
I mean, Dusk and Dawn is, but Dusk till Dawn.
Yeah. Ooh. But it's like both sides of the same.
Yeah. Right?
It's like Leon and Diana.
I get it, yeah.
So they're stepping mids. They're gonna force Nash with that, no? Leon has no TP.
Because also it's Soul time, so G2 had the leverage.
Oh no, it's Soul. Yeah. They just wanna fight it through mids.
Maybe it's the fight from G2 that they
Elder got stomped.
Vitality, they're backing off. They really don't want a piece of the pie just yet. They need setup here. Vitality need an angle here, more importantly.
But Vitality just need a choke point.
Vi's looking for a flank.
Yone ults. Everything works so well in these small corridors, but
Alistar is looking for her.
Hit Fleshy. Boomerang hits Nucko, less egregious, but G2 looking for angles now.
Linkus is 2 levels up, by the way. He's
at half HP while Equalizer finds Caps. He goes golden as Nucko made it a turret dive, but Caps at half HP survives for now. Vitality tried to make a
hi guys.
They just converge on Scumon, who went too deep. LeBron interrupting Nucko, who looked for his escape with a TP, and now it's going to be in reverse at G2.
And they're losing Drake, but at least they're getting a shot on here, I hope.
The exhaust probably saving the damage. Caps gets the kill, but Vitality
that was scary.
The Hex Tech Soul.
You'll take that as Vitality. The fact that you get to hold on, but BB still needs to escape.
This game's getting scary, guys.
To gain some distance, but still, Vitality get the dragon, go even on the kill score, and when you're in a position like this, that's all you can.
5 more minutes for next Drake.
Massive win for what was a bit yakety sacks of G2 positioning.
Well, it was because Skillmon thought he could take the 1v1 versus Linces here. this is where a lot of that focus was, as Fleshy came across, Humanoid came across to try and help out. But Nako just does so much damage and took so much of the attention at G2 that Skewmon ends up completely isolated, trying to take down Linsis. And then Vitality able to make it work. Good job by Labrov here to get that vision to guarantee the head.
Labrov has played really well this game,
But even then, like, the
I
exhaust
think.
invested to keep him safe. We're back to Baron.
Like, he's looked solid.
Second time's the charm. Vitality though have a stealing angle.
I think he's been struggling a bit, but this game has been good. Caps is tanking Nash. It's fine. Oh, we can't throw this game. You can't throw this game.
With a tempered face, immediately shuts down that entire fight of Vitality. They are fighting back. G2 have not been able to keep them in check.
Nothing is secure in the LEC, and G2 right now feel like no. Perfectly. Vitality, insane.
Let's watch this fight.
But it's right as both members go over BB and Skewmon. But hold on, Caps.
What a dive. Yeah, Caps.
Yes, flash.
His Zhonya's is up and available, but he flashes first. Scared about the follow-up from Vitality, but that's a flash. Simply for Linsis popping the ult.
Still, Vitality putting pressure down. I like where Fleshy and some of those members are positioned.
I wanted to watch the fights. I don't know. Maybe Labrov just wanted to... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they should have done.
They were down 1.7k at one stage, now they're up 2.4, but here's the replay. It's as Broken Blade and Skewmon go over the wall, Temper Fade immediately, Lucarzi's able to push forward, Hansama is too short range.
Maybe their vision is not deep enough.
From Nako clipping onto Hansama was beautiful.
Like they kinda lacked topside try info.
He did it again with the big one.
It's very hard to start Nash from blue sides, I think. Or like if the enemy can come from the edge.
Although it's not super significant, I just want to say that Kazi is playing pretty well here in this game. I think also we need to give credit to the fact that Vitality's comp is a simple
Someone is playing with Hansama. I mean,
I
sure, but how do you want them to play with him? Like, they have to turn somewhere.
But I think the important part is the lack of damage on G2 side, right? Like, these fights have not been set up so Hansama can actually play the game as Humanoid.
Good flash, he had to, but he has to also fate sealed Labrov. Keeps on
Very deep.
He's going to be soul unbound for the time being, but with Unbreakable Will, Labrov able to absorb the damage. Caps, good time to go golden as well, but Labrov is about to run out of his ulti. Lifeline comes in clutch. Humanoid in the 1v2.
No! No!
Silly cow! What do you think you can do against Humanoid?
No! Don't do this!
You could do it against Fnatic Humanoid, but this is not the same man! Humanoid looks revitalized, and he is putting the hurt on G2.
I mean, if Caps, how can they play it different though? He has to go. Yon's gonna full HP on lifesteal on the wave. They just shouldn't chase.
Vitality can't end here, but they have once again broken open the game that felt so secure, with Caps having a monster lead early on Azir.
They should be able to.
Who's inting every?
Well, actually, Skewmon just keeping him
Or
for the moment. But
I don't know.
seconds until the dragon. Vitality gets reset, but they're looking for the pick.
It's a tempered fate. It's only one man. Fleshy.
I like they didn't play enough with the Dazzler lead in the early game.
Kind of feeling it, but with 30 seconds now until
And
that dragon, that soul still available for G2. G2 are rushing up mid.
after that it got a bit difficult. I think they're just not playing that well together. Like they feel a bit split in objectives. But it's not over.
And on Humanoid as well, which makes this so much more difficult for G2. That dive, that backline threat could be enough for Vitality here.
Tempered Fate not up and available. As you said, Fleshy got trigger happy and used it in the last play, but Nako even on a
Oh
wall.
no.
He's in a great angle. G2 no. It's all about that equalizer that will line the rim.
They have to push out Nako. His position is too strong.
And Hansama's already been bombed out at the start of the fight. GA worked out well, but Labrov disengages.
It's a good fight.
G2 G2 need to pick up a target. They get Linces, yes. But Humanoid, as he runs on in, his ulti not perfect. G2 still
Finally a solid front to back fight.
Humanoid, I think he whiffed it. Vitality has just been scored.
Thank you. Thank you.
The damage can't land onto Hansama, who's able to buffer with the spell.
Hansama also got to play on this fight.
The ultimates were close, but not enough from Vitality, and G2 get the soul.
Oh.
A lot of mistakes in that fight, but Skumon, as he takes his red buff, Nucko flash for flash. He's overheating with his autos, and he's burning Skumon down to a crisp.
Bard is here.
Teleported in. Round 2 with Hextech Soul and ulti, even going golden. I think Nucko may be bitten off too much more, but Cosmic Binding, Nucko gets caps to go golden, get the blast cone out.
No. Yes. Okay, he's fine.
Almost takes down caps from half a screen away.
Couldn't quite knock the heads together to get the kill, but Nucko is putting on a masterclass on how to try and carry this game for Vitality. But this is so close. Everything from Vitality is trying to
having a heart attack.
Any inch against G2.
This guy truly is the creme de la creme of top laners. Look at the replay, Dagda. Where do you want to start?
So Linces ends up going in and flashing to hits the buffer to Hansama, but actually buffers the ultimate too soon, so the spell shield just
Oh, thank God Hansama spell shielded that ult.
Then as they come through here, Humanoid doesn't quite get onto the members that he wants. Fleshy doesn't get the Temper Fate onto Hansama and Caps, which was what he was aiming
This soul, if you hurt someone, they get like a charge. It's like a static shiv, but it slows you. It's very strong, especially for this type of comps that play range.
A bit more limit testing. It's, you know, these 5v5 comps going at it. I do feel like now G2 with the Hextech Soul, even though Vitality have the gold bleed, are once again feeling comfort. We got 4 items.
Yeah, static shiv.
A 5-item Sivir as well. Like, there is severe damage, no pun intended, from G2's comp.
Both GAs are down thanks to that last fight on Vitality, so that's basically...
Course is pretty strong at this point as well.
Really
it's not the only Nako that's scary.
Nako was in a great spot, sitting in that push for about a minute as that dragon came up, but now you got to try and fight.
Yeah, I said it's slow.
Against this peel, with Broken Blade being much more tanky and able to step up, and a single slow could be enough to get you chased down and killed at the hands of G2.
They can keep that space. If Vitality can't find that target, I mean, Hansama in the last fight, you said it was one mistake, it was Linces pulling the ult, missed time.
Okay, just play together.
That cost them dearly. Now,
make sure Sivir and Azir can hit. Your comp has more damage.
Hold control both around mid and now around this pit.
This is all they need to do. Just keep the waves pushed in. Slowly but surely, they can teeter back and forth and just wait for Vitality to make any sort of movement, to make a mistake. BB is going to reset to try and catch this top wave. Actually cancels it, so G2 still want to try and look for the pick, but there's no Lebrov.
It's not a friend of Vitality.
Okay, good chunk.
Journey. Linces was there to cover. Thought G2 were going to wrap around, but Baron at the very least starts now. After chunking out.
We know where Vi is, right? So this is why, like, this row, this walls make it so hard.
They have to make the play now.
Get Vi out of there. No.
Linces got the Baron for Vitality now. Operation Escapo. Vitality will get 4 members out. Game-saving play from Linces as Humanoid avoids and gets out of Caps' range.
That Q3 needed to happen because that slow
not the 50-50
would have been enough for that chase down to happen. But now you have to try and defend. Can't allow G2 to end up getting these dives underneath the towers. Humanoid's been chased to the bottom side, and the Brawl with ultimate can tank these towers for days.
Equalizer comes out, that'll just clear the wave or at least help out.
If it's any relief, Nash at this stage of the game doesn't give a lot because G2 champions have enough damage to wave clear Nash waves.
If Vitality can get any of these inhibitor turrets down,
yeah, it's gonna come down to an elder flip.
Yeah, it's the Baron steal that will hold on. You can see Fleshy trying to ult onto members afterwards. Maybe buying enough time for
I didn't have flash.
It's not gonna be the case.
I wonder if they knew that. It looked like it was a very small timer.
G2 only just coming out of base there off the reset.
Looking, I'm like, oh god, is he about to run in blind?
It is much more freer.
Yeah, they have two
Vitality
auto
getting the vision
attackers.
control to make sure they can set up for it. Humanoid pushing in that bottom
Like, if
side.
anything, the recalls are the most annoying part about Nash. Here, at least. It would have been rough if G2 had Nash, though, since... Not sure if Rumble would still one-shot the wave. And Corki and Yon are short range.
Humanoid maybe a little bit scared to lose the GA before that dragon.
Suicide Baron is hard, but Elder should be easier. Yes.
I mean, the GA
for sure.
is perfect timing for the fight for Vitality. So anything burned is going to make or break the game at this point because look, everyone at home you can see summoners are all up and available, bar Nucko's teleport. But he won't need it anyway. He'll be here in the fight. The level 19 Rumble, who's 4.3k gold ahead, almost at full items with an elixir of sorcery.
Caps even has the shield thing. There's still 20 seconds. They still need this for mid wave.
G2 still keep position here.
Caps in, oh, in early, no, Fleshy finds him, or rather the shield.
Okay, Caps is sending it.
Oh,
Caps is alive. Yeah. Caps just mega smurfed this fight. Holy shit. Engages mid as a carry. Dodges everything. Sonya's. Yeah, that was... I said Caps would carry. I said Caps would run with 9.
An impressive game, a fun game. But in the end, G2 finally move above and into the
Yippee.
You can see Caps with a look at the end there. I think he knows he got away with murder a little bit. Yeah. Like a 6-kill Azir to start the game off.
Yeah.
G2,
thank you guys for today.
No, still working out maybe some of the kinks.
9 hours and 48 minutes.
It's always interesting as
I'm heading out. I'm not gonna have a lot of energy tomorrow. And
I am so confused by this.
yeah, it will be a shorter stream for sure. Good night, everyone.
Nako, right? The man did a ton of work in this game, catching Caps on side lanes, catching several members, and even the way he positioned the map was great. So made G2 work for it.
Nako the GOAT, but in the end broke play still.